Man, I can't believe this crap, man. These cops are out here arresting people just for breaking the law. Man, these tyrants are out of control, bruh. I thought you were a lawyer, now you say you can rap. Well, I've listened to your record, made me go take a nap. The rhymes you're spitting out, they make you sound like a nut. Your latest track, it's got less views now than Gun Cereal's butt. Well, you say you're just a man who wants to smoke at some weed, but you smoked yourself stupid, boy, get the help that you need. You think you could be like Tom McDonald, be an internet star? The problem is your brain's so tiny, it would fit in this jar.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
You know you're gonna lose.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Now watch me play the blues.
Frivolous lawsuit.
You put against a cat.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Make sure you wear the hat. All parties have been sworn in. I've read your complaint.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
The way it's written, it sounds like you've been smoking paint.
That means
if we have that title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
You're a fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot little thick dude.
A woman walks into the ladies' room at the mall. She enters one of these stalls and sits down to begin doing her business. As she starts to pee, she looks down at her shoes and sees a head poking under the stall, looking up at her with a camera. "What are you doing?" she screams, frightened. "I'm recording you," says Denver Metro Audits. "But this is a bathroom," she squeals. "Yes, a public bathroom, and there's no expectation of privacy in public," he tells her. "You don't belong in here," she yelled. "I didn't see any sign saying that," DMA replies. "It says ladies' room right on the door." Maybe it does, but it doesn't say no men allowed, does it?" he asked her. "What? That's stupid," she sputtered. "You're being a Karen about this, and what's stupid is shaving down there," DMA answered, holding his camera up. "If you let that bush grow in, it would create privacy for your hoo-ha like a hedge." She stared down at the activist lying on the filthy floor looking up at her. "A hedge? Look, they should put a lock on that door if they don't want people coming in. They need to create privacy," DMA said. "It says ladies' room. They assume men won't come in here." "Well, they shouldn't assume that. And I can film whatever I can see. It's my First Amendment right as an independent journalist." "Oh, you're a journalist. What are you working on?" she asked, sarcastically wiping herself. "I can't divulge that information at this time. The story isn't finished yet," he lied as if there were a story. "No expectation of privacy in public," he reiterated. But I'm in a stall, she cried. Yes, and look, it's open on the top and the bottom, DMA answered in his thin voice. They need to create more adequate privacy because if I can see it, I can film it. You don't have to like it, but it's my First Amendment right. The conversation droned on like this for a while. The woman on the toilet and DMA on the filthy floor next to the toilet. Finally, the woman says, Christopher, don't you think this is inappropriate? I'm your mom. And that's a true story. Absolute true story.
Oh, man, I love that. It was great.
Hello. Good morning. Good to see you here on this Tuesday. All right, it's Tuesday. Yeah, we made it through Monday, guys. Monday's over. Woo-wee. We're ready to get the week started. Good to see so many wonderful people here again, as always. And let's see who we have on deck this morning. Looks like News Now Enemy was the first one here. Good, congratulations. Good job. Thank you for coming. Where are you at? There you go. News Now Enemy, what's up? Hi, peoples. All right, Stephanie St. German, what's up? Nancy Marcho, good to see ya. Hello, Little Chihuahua, Big World, what's up? Love it, love it, love it. News Now Enemy, Nancy, Little Chihuahua, Terry Barnes, what's up? Good to see ya. Hold on, I got a little. My glasses always getting funky on me. Tequila Kid, what's up? Hey, good to see you. I'm glad to have you here, as always. Lord KJW, hello and welcome. Let's see who else. Oh, just Jenny. That's it. Good to see you again, as always. Glad to have you here. Terry Barnes, not a brat. Yes, hugs for everybody. I love it. Oh, hugs just for the Taco Bell puppy. Oh, so we don't get nothing, huh? No, I'm kidding. Love you. I love all you guys. Terry Barnes, what's up? Space Trucker, yes. What's up? Let's see. Terry Barnes, Stefan St. German. Good morning, Little Chihuahua, Big World. Be right back. Coffee time. All right. Vestige of Pieces in the house. Big hugs for everybody. Yes, yes, yes. That's the way I like it. Adela says, good morning from New Hampshire. All right. It's great. Great to see you is what I was trying to say. Yeah, I finally got it out. A little tongue twister. That doesn't really twist the tongue. Great to see you. No. Sally, Terry Barnes, what's up? Luna Nights, good morning. Good to see you. Greg Jonick, what's up? Great to have you here. Let's see who else we got. Not a brat. Scott Ammo. Good morning, Hezokuai pals. Today is arm day. That's right. Woo-wee. Gotta hit the gym. Ooh, gotta get them muscles going. All right, P Barnes the second. What's up? Vestige of Peace. How's it going? Right up yours. What's up? And for anyone who doesn't know, right up yours is like right up your alley, like a bowling alley. Like his little thing there, if you can't tell, his bowling pins. Like he has like some bowling stuff on his channel. It's pretty cool. If you want to go check his stuff out, definitely a big supporter of the channel here. Let's see, Terry Barnes, Nancy Marcho, Greg Jonick, P Barnes the second, Vestige of Peace. And Anna, hi, what's up? Good to see ya. Good afternoon. Oh, all right, cool. Oh, Courtney Days is here. What's up? It's okay. You can start. I'm here. All right. Yes, love it, love it, love it. Thank you for joining us again. Great to have you here. Let's see. Greg Jonick, Terry Barnes, Little Chihuahua. Let's see who else. Oh, Maggie K's here. What's up, Maggie? Good to see you. Let's see. Morning. B Barnes the second. What's up? Vestige of Peace, Terry Barnes, Maggie K. Oh, Graham Grayfiend from the Graham and Bob show. Yeah, I was in AMG stream this morning too. She started like early. Because like I woke up early and she had already been on for an hour at that point. So okay. But it was cool because I hopped in there and she got her cards for me and she was very happy with them. So I was glad to hear that she liked it. Let's see, Graham. Is you Ray W? What's up? Good morning. Good to see you. Todd Gibson, what's up? Or is that Tad? Tad Gibson. Yes, that's right. Glad to have you here. As always, once again, thank you so much. Let's see, Graham P. Barnes. Oh, the big bad wolf has come. All right, who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Big bad wolf. Big bad wolf. Who's up? Maggie K, what's up? Oh, big hugs for Hezokuai. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Nikki Smallboy, what's up? Good to see you. Let's see. Woohoo! All right. That's right. Let's see. P. Barnes, Methodist Dave, what's up? Good morning to all in the Rise and Shine with Hezokuai community. Big hugs to all. I love it, love it, love it. Josiah, what's up? Good morning and all in chat. That's right, everybody. We're all together. We're all a family. Lots of love in this chat. I'll tell you what. Let's see. Silvio, what's up? How's it going, buddy? Colorblind grower. Oh, happy 420 Oh, no, today's not the 20th. Oh, well, I guess every day is the right day for that, right? Nikki Smallboy, P. Barnes, Salacious in the house. Good morning, Salacious. All right. Let's see. P. Barnes, Big Bad Wolf. Scott. Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We're just starting, and I already got a $2 super chat or super sticker. What's up, Greg? Thank you so much. And that entitles you to today's first Hezokuai Happy Dance. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, I appreciate it. Thank you. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's see what else we got here. Nikki Smallboy, way to go, Greg. Thank you, Greg, so much again. Salacious, Little Chihuahua, Methodist Dave, right up yours, Nikki Smallboy. Who else is here this morning that I haven't said hi to yet? Who else is here this morning that I haven't gotten to you yet? Stan Hankins, what's up? Good to see ya. Great to have you here as always. Let's see who else. Colorblind Grower, Stephanie St. German, Stefan. I always do that. And I think that got me all caught up. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the show. Yes, once again, we made it through Monday. It's Tuesday. We're ready to get the week started. Ray W, did I say hello? If I didn't, hello, hello, hello. So a lot of stuff going on. It looks like there's been another. Well, I'm gonna play the video and you'll see he'll explain it all. But apparently, how do we get cards outside the raffle? Okay, actually, you know what? Since you asked, I wanted to address that anyway because there's been a lot of talk about it in my Discord and through emails I've been getting from people and stuff. So here's the deal. All right, because of the Frauditor cards, right? And I can't just outright sell them. Otherwise, I would just say, here, click on this link and buy it, right? I can't just do that. So what I have to do is basically, if you guys donate to the channel, I can give you a free gift in response to your donation, right? Is basically how we have to play it. So one of the things that I've been noticing ever since I said that April is going to be the final month for Series 1, people are like, well, I want to get it. And I don't want to just play the raffle so that maybe I win a set. I want a full set before you retire Series 1, which is fine. That's great. But I'm just going to say it straight up right here, right now. What I would need for a full set would be a donation. If you're in the U.S., because this would include shipping and all that. But if you're in the United States, a donation of at least $60 would get you a free full set of the cards. The problem is that I've been having is how to get that money to me, because if you do it in a super chat, that's great. That's fine. But YouTube takes 30% of that. So it actually would cost me, I would actually be losing money by sending you the cards if you did it on super chat. Unless you do, if you gave me more than 60, that's up to you though. I'm not going to ask you for that. But that's what Unclean Hands did. What's up, Julie Weaver? Hi. PayPal is the best way to do it, but a lot of people don't use PayPal. So then we have to figure out, well, what are you using? Venmo, Cash App, what, how can you get me the money, But I mean, that's up to you. Either way, the best way to do it would be to just send me an email at hezokuai@gmail.com. And let me know, that you want more information on the cards. And basically everything I just said is what it is. It's just a matter of figuring out what sort of method you would use to get me the money, and then I would get you the cards. That's it. Because again, getting them printed and setting the whole thing up and all that costs me money, so I have to, there has to be something, to do it. But it's weird, man. It's like and everyone tells me and Salacious have had this conversation actually too in the past. It's like I always feel like with the voodoo doll, okay? Salacious made these. So to me, I'm like, wow, somebody actually went out of their way to make this. This is worth something. I don't mind asking you guys to donate and join the raffle and give money to try and get something that she made, but something I made. It's like that's when my humility kicks in, and it's like, oh, I don't know. I don't necessarily feel right. Hez, do you have a tip jar? Yeah, it's called Super Chat. I should have tips enabled, right? Isn't there like a little $ thing you could click on to give somebody a tip? Yeah, you can tip me. You can send me money through PayPal. You can, send me a money order or a cashier's check. um, you could buy my hat on eBay for 10 million, even though you could probably buy one at the Disney store for $50. But the dollar's cursed. Yes. Yes. What's up, my turn? Good to see you. I think I understand exactly why it has to be done that way. Well, yeah, and again, that's the thing. It's like it would be so simple. Like I would just launch the cards and sell them. But knowing these frauditors and how they are, especially people like Chili who love to just file lawsuits on everyone, if word got out that I was literally like retail selling the cards, I think they would take, or at least try to take legal action against me. So I can't just flat out sell them. So yeah, that's why I do it the way I do it, to be perfectly honest. Let's see. We got Roisin in the house. What's up? Good to see you. Anyway, this morning, don't be ashamed of your cards, only your spelling. All right. For those of you who don't know the full scope of that joke, we've been finding the more and more of these cards I'm sending out, the more and more we've been finding spelling errors on them. A lot of them have to do with like, because I did run them through a spell checker, but a lot of things got through because not literally, but almost like the there, and there thing. Like if you're using the wrong there, it's still the spell checker is going to say you spelled it right, even though if it's supposed to be TH apostrophe RE or RE or whatever, as opposed to IR or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not literally that, but things like that. Like the big one was unclean hands with his handlebar mustache. And I spelled handle like the classical composer handle. So that was spelled right. So it didn't catch it, but it's not handlebars. And little things like that. Frauditor was misspelled a few times because that's not a real word, so spell checker's not going to catch that. But none of that matters, ladies and gentlemen. I have to make sure that you all understand clearly that everything I've been talking about so far this morning is irrelevant and means nothing when compared to the fact that I got a super chat. That's right, $5 from Space Trucker. Come on. Come on, let's go, Space Trucking. Come on. Come on. Space Trucking. All right, love Deep Purple. And that gets you a Hezekiah Happy Dance. Me with the miscues. All right. Love it. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love the support. You guys are the best. And once again, that also enters you into this month's raffle, where you can win a full set of the cards in a fancy pants folder, just like this one. Again, this one's mine, but it's going to be pretty much exactly the same with the Schrodinger's cat, limited edition Schrodinger's cat numbered hollow foil card in the center. And then inside will be all the cards, the entire first series. All of Series 1 will be in there. There's your Long Island Audit, Direct D. There's a 14th Stop Amendment Shop, Silence Boy, all the bad guy cards. And all the good guy cards will be up. It'll be front loaded with the good guy cards. Just like that. All right. And that's going to be the grand prize for this month's raffle. And then again, in May, April is the last month that these cards, Series 1, are available. I'm going to launch Series 2 in May. And so it's going to be a completely different set of cards. I'm going to delete the files I used to make Series 1 so that I can't do it again if I wanted to. But in the meantime, I got another $5 from Julie Weaver. All right. For my birthday, feel free to break it back into 5 entries for other people, each for $1. All right. So if there's anyone who can't afford to enter the raffle but would like to, Julie Weaver just bought you an entry. All right. Thank you so much. You guys are so generous. I love you guys. And that also gets you a Hezokuai happy dance. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, and now Ray W with the $10. All right. Thank you. Glad to finally be able to make it back. Glad to have you. Thank you so much for the support. Your name is now entered once again into the raffle for April, and you get yourself a Hezokuai happy dance. All right. Love it. Yes. Ooh, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support I get from you guys. You guys are the best. Better than all the rest. And I really do have the best fans. And once again, and as always, I always like to point out the fact that I really do have the best fans in the world, and I have physical evidence to prove it. The painting on my wall from Judy Johansson. The Frauditor News Now Voodoo, created by the one and only Salacious. I got my hacky sacks and more made by Leland Squirrels. Yes. My fans are the best. I got you guys giving each other donations for people who can't afford to donate. I'm telling you, you guys are the best. I love it. I love you guys. Anyway, I wanted to start the show today with something a little interesting because I thought the timing was quite fascinating. For those of you who saw yesterday's show, at one point, Wolverine Transparency came up in the chat, and I went I went ham on him. I was like, "Oh, that scumbag, dart, butt munch, piece of human manure! He's a bad guy. He's one of the bad guys." Well, so I woke up this morning. I'm looking at my my updates from yesterday, and KFAR has a new video where apparently. Susie Y got a membership. All right, we're giving away free memberships too. Oh man, that means that there's more Hezokuai happy dance on deck. All right, yes, love it. Thank you so much. Excuse me, sorry about that. Happy birthday, Julie! Yay, happy birthday! Holding my groins in the house. What's up? Cast Graphics in the house. What's up? Man, oh man. We got everybody here. Man, great group. I got the best morning crew. I love you guys so much. So again, let's get caught up with I mean, in other words, what I really mean. Those are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. No, that's not what I mean. I'm sorry. Yes, you can tell everybody that this is your Frauditor. Maybe quite simple, but I'd like to tase his testicles. I don't know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get caught up on what's going on with KFAR and Wolverine Transparency. I love you guys so much. You make my day so much fun. Here we go.
Stuff.
Here we go. Bam.
But no, it's not. So I went up on Frauditor Wrangler's panel. Good guy. Go subscribe to run his video. Yes, I will do that for people because I have a whole setup and sometimes I don't feel like talking really on panels, but I'll run your videos for you if you have bandwidth issues. Josh Lanto, Broken System, Broken Trust, showed up in the chat. I came on screen for a hot second and then kind of went back to cleaning my office in the background with my camera off and my mic muted. he got the boot for reasons that he normally gets the boot from everybody's live streams at this point. Apparently he ran to Adam, who came in and made the little eye emoji. So we had to relive when he came to my house for he was tricked because he's the victim. Well, after that, my laptop crashed. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll just go take a shower, do whatever. Well, my phone started blowing up because apparently he threatened my life on his live stream. So we're going to watch that. It starts off him acting like a clown, him saying some crazy stuff. I'm going to correct said crazy stuff because you can't lie and get away with it. It's just what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. It's pretty comical.
Keyboard warriors. You know? You know what I'm saying? It's funny, man. It's just so funny. The American, let's see, the auditor is the new patriot. Excuse me. The new auditor is the new patriot, and I haven't been involved in a movement that felt so American. History has a place for you, and you will be remembered. Well,
the only people system that's going to remember Adam Denlinger is the prison system. I believe Adam's a felon. So there's that right off the bat. He runs a glorified prank channel. The last time I even attempted to watch any of his content was when he was riding around with Meth Mouth Boy in Taylor talking about weird nonsense with corn dogs. Like, that's what we're at right now. He's going to change the world while talking about corn dogs sitting in a car with a weird loser. Like, that's where he's at. But yes, he's going to be remembered.
I hope my work is anyway. Me as a person, my significance really don't mean nothing because we are all supposed to be a representative for humanity. Those that have a space in your heart to know who you are and quit making yourself a victim and not recognizing other victims when you see them. And you want to say that you're a victim because a guy with one arm stopped by your house in the middle of a free American street that belongs to all of us. And the little 6 feet that you own above that little square that you're on, all right, in Livonia, a little 6 feet, okay, that you own, because you know we're both homeowners, okay. So I know the pet taxes you pay, you know the the taxes that I pay. They're pretty close. I think I get robbed a little more than you. But anyway, my point is that I was on a free public street that doesn't belong to you personally, but it is yours, just like it's mine. I can go over there and park every day if I want to, not say a word to you. I guarantee it, you won't be able to shut your mouth because you'll take me for granted and I'll blow your mouth out.
So we're going to talk about the beginning of the video, the middle of the video, and then I'll address the end. So taxes, property taxes, yeah, we're both homeowners, whatever. He parked in the street, and the video will prove I didn't say anything to Adam. Josh tried to walk up the driveway, saw me, stopped, after saying he was going to fight me for months, after threatening my children in their school. Now, once seeing me, he wanted to play nice guy. And then he said something along the lines of, I bet you won't say what you've been saying to my face. And you know how the evidence goes for that. I said exactly what I said to his face, and he was shook. He stopped and shut up. So there's that. The next part is I did not speak to Adam. I did not speak to Adam until he spoke to me. I made the joke, oh, so your girlfriend had to drive you to my house? And that's what set Adam off. He threatened to come to my home every single day after that. He then went on a giant rant about how if I came to his house, his neighbors would shoot me or he would shoot me. All right, well, I don't like to go to random places where I'm not welcome to attempt to harass and intimidate someone into stopping exposing their friend for the vile shit human being that he is. There's that. And then he's going to blow my mouth out. I don't know if he means with his nub or with a gun. If he's a felon, he probably can't have a gun. We all know what Adam Denlinger looks like, so I don't know what he's talking about. So I'm not going to take him serious whatsoever. I did save the video of this just in case. And we'll watch the rest of the video because the rest of the video is even more ignorant than this part.
See, I know how that'll work. I got 16 cameras. Prove it. I don't need to be there. And I can always prove and have the person that tricked me to go over there to begin with say the truth, right? The only reason why I fed into you is because 80% of the things that was coming out of your mouth were lies. Wasn't the truth. And the only reason why you troll is because broken system, broken trust bit that ass, and he's been biting that ass for a long time. And it bothers you that you can't shut him up because he's not intimidated of you. He was being a man. Hey, man, I come in peace. How you doing, buddy? But I know if somebody was to tell me that I didn't take care of my children, and my children was basically bastards because of me, that is disorderly conduct, ladies and gentlemen. In the state of Michigan, if you don't financially take care of your family, that is the literal definition of disorderly conduct. That's the first attribute.
Now this time, just for shits and gigs, we're going to work from end to start. So yes, he does bring up disorderly conduct. There is a part where if you do XYZ, that does fall under disorderly conduct. But as per usual, if you continue reading, there's a bunch of other things that hit the wickets for disorderly conduct. So I don't really know why he's trying to cherry pick that exact thing. I never claimed that his children were bastards. I just told him he was a bad dad. He records himself being a bad father, and apparently Adam's never seen those videos. Shocker. He only watches what fits his narrative. Let's see here. He talked about the cameras at first. Apparently Josh is biting my ass. I don't know when that happened. The guy yells homophobic slurs from a rooftop of his job that he may or may not have anymore. I don't know. Calling me K-gal, K-fag in the comment section of my videos. I wouldn't exactly call that biting my ass. He hasn't put out a video about me that has any factual relevance to anyone. It's just him doing what auditors do. You gotta lie to fraud it. It is what it is. Also,
I wanted to throw my little 2 cents in there as well. So this whole situation, for those of you who don't know the story behind it, it goes back. Broken System, Broken Trust has been beefing with KFAR for a long time. And since Wolverine Transparency is Broken System's buddy, he decided to bring him with him. But the fact that, if you really watch, because again, they're going to always build their narrative, right, the way they do. But let's just look at the order in which things happen and watch the videos in the order they're released. What you'll see is every time something happens and KFAR's like, all right, fine, whatever, then they bring it up again. And he's like, oh boy, now I got to address this because it's out there in public and, with the doxing and the names and the addresses and everything, like that this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. And, put it on the record. And then, boom, they bring it up again. And boom, they bring it up again. And boom, they bring it up again. And what blows my mind the most about this whole situation with these idiots is that, right now, Wolverine Transparency is trying to sell it like he's some sort of victim. And, I was on a public street. I could do whatever I want on a public street. And if it happens to be in front of your house, too bad. But don't you dare park on the street in front of my house. I'll shoot you. I'll take your mouth out, boy. Wait, you just said that if somebody's on, like when you are parked on the street in front of someone's house, there's nothing anyone can do about it because that's your right. But if somebody else is parked in front of your house, you're going to get them. And you're going to break their jaw or shoot them or do some kind of, he said, I'm going to take out your mouth. So who knows what he meant by that. But the point is, in the same sentence, and this is why I say the people who follow these guys are absolute butterbrain, douche canoe, idiot, moron, insane, nutcase, brain goo, dripping out of their earballs, nonsensical, poop sandwich eating, crayon munching, paint chip smoking dirt bags. Their fans don't hear it. That's the thing. He just said, Wolverine, not Kfar. He just said anyone could sit on a public street in front of someone's house without any consequences because there's nothing wrong with that. But if you sit in front of my house, I'm going to get you, boy. In the same sentence, he just said that if somebody sit in front of your house, it's fine, but don't sit in front of mine. And his fans are like, yeah, you tell them. Well, no. Brain power of, could you imagine? Like, if you could get electricity by attaching electrodes to someone's head and get your power literally based on brain power, how many frauditors would it take to turn on a light bulb? All of them. Oh, man. And half of their fans.
So if you notice, he hasn't made an actual video or actual live stream in like a month and some change. Do with that information what you will. Now he's over there taking videos from other channels, adding nothing and putting them out as shorts. And then going, oh, I'm getting so many views as shorts. Well, yeah, because you're using other people's content and not adding anything. He's got 16 cameras. He's got 16 cameras. I had an iPhone. I think I had an iPhone 8 Plus. His 16 cameras got trumped by I think a minute or two video from my phone where I caught Josh being shook by me telling him exactly what I tell him every day on the internet. And me telling him, oh, your girlfriend had to drive you, and then Adam beginning to talk to me. So I don't know if you need to get 20 cameras, 30 cameras. You can't.
Gee, I was muted. I keep saying I need to make a oh boy, I was muted t-shirt or oops, I was muted t-shirt, but I'm telling you, I really do. That would be great. Okay, so Potluck wants to thank me for making his speaker scrap. Okay, headphone warning. This is for Potluck speakers.
There is no expectation of privacy in public.
Sorry. Hey, you know what? That's how heavy metal was invented, man. You know, people playing rock and roll through broken speakers. Specifically, it's funny because it sounded like the speaker was rumbling and the song was called Rumble. And if you know what I'm talking about, that's extra points for you. That's where it all came from, man. He broke his speaker on purpose to make his guitar sound like that. Now you could buy pedals that make your guitar sound like that on purpose, but at the time they didn't have that, so he just broke his speaker and played through it. Oh, I'm sorry. Were we watching a video? Aha! Happy Tuesday.
Can't hold your tongue. Auditors have they can't control their emotions very well. They get heated very easy. I think they have anger problems. You can see it in all their videos. They snap real quick for really no reason. Adam did that when he came to my house. Oh, to address this, the guy who tricked me into coming. They were watching the live stream, instructing them to come to my house. Where Josh was telling me that he was going to fight me. He was in the live stream while driving with Wolverine Transparency. Adam Denlinger, my bad. They could hear the entire time. He was live streaming a live stream or recording a live stream. So that doesn't add up. Oh, you're going to have a known liar tell you that he tricked you into driving you there. Yeah, that's really going to stand up. I'll put the statute for stalking. He wants to come to my house every single day and sit in the street. Okay, so we're going to read A through E, the little things for E. And here we go. So this is going to be section 750.411H of the Michigan Penal Code. Course of conduct means a pattern of conduct composed of a series of two or more separate non-continuous acts evidencing a continuity of purpose. Coming to my house 2 or more times. Emotional distress, that's all it would have to cause. If you come here 2 or more times and I am emotionally distressed, and it's the easiest, means significant mental suffering or distress that may, but does not necessarily require medical or other professional treatment or counseling. That's an easy one. If he comes again, that'll definitely hit the wicket. C, harassment means conduct directed towards a victim that includes, but is not limited to, repeated or continuing non-consent or unconsented contact that would cause a reasonable individual to suffer emotional distress and that actually causes the victim to suffer emotional distress. Harassment does not include constitutionally protected activity or conduct that serves a legitimate purpose. So, yeah, that still doesn't hit the wickets for him. So that's definitely going out of your way. Also, I just wanted to point this out. In his live stream, he kept wanting to say, well, I have a press pass. I have a press pass. I can get away with anything. Congratulations. I have a press pass as well. What does that mean? What does that mean? You're trying to harass a journalist? I have a press pass. It's that easy, right? Seems a little messed up and not very transparent for you if you're trying to shut down someone else from exposing your friend. Also, we're going to go stalking. This is section D. Means a willful course of conduct involving repeated or continuing harassment of another individual that would cause a reasonable person to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, threatened, harassed, or molested, and that actually causes the victim to feel terrorized, frightened, intimidated, threatened, harassed, or molested. That's an awkward way to word it, but yep.
All right. Did you notice how many times in that actual ordinance, the legitimate, actual legal terms, right? Not the definition from a dictionary, but the actual law itself. How many times the word feel came up? Well, you guys are here to enforce feelings. Well, you feel intimidated. You feel harassed. What, just because I'm trying to intimidate you and harass you? Yeah. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Man, it's something else. And I hate the fact that they always do this whole feelings thing. Like, you're not the feelings police and you're not supposed to call the cops because of your feelings and this and that. And it's like, well, okay. So if I'm standing across the street with a shotgun strapped to my chest in a place where open carry is legal, and I'm standing out in front of your house staring at you like this. And I'm standing there for hours just staring at you through the window of your house. You're not supposed to feel any sort of way. You're not supposed to feel intimidated by that. You're not supposed to think, hey, maybe this guy's waiting for somebody to leave so he can like start popping people off. Like, feelings exist for a reason. And yes, I know the big thing, like, because if you listen to a lot of political debate, they'll always say things like, well, facts don't, your feelings have nothing to do with the facts of the situation and this and that. And I get that, right? But what these guys are saying is that the police should never act on anyone's feelings. Well, if someone's following you and you feel threatened by it and you call the cops and they stop a potential robbery or some other thing, like there's a reason why people feel creeped out when people are being creepy. There are reasons why there are laws against feeling harassed, feeling intimidated. And of all people, these guys will be the first to complain and try to file lawsuits and try to get people sued and fired and ruin their lives and ruin their jobs and FOIA their everything if they feel in any way. Like, if the frauditor gets a feeling from somebody, that's horrible and action must be taken immediately. But if you feel any type of way from a frauditor, hey, well, feelings don't trump laws unless I'm the one who's feeling them. If I feel you're not doing what I told you to do as my public servant, if I feel like you're not following my rules and regulations, I'm going to get you fired. If I feel like I don't enjoy the way you're servicing me to my definition of what I call good customer service, I'm going to FOIA your information and get you fired or post it on the internet for the whole world to see. Like, all they do is act on their feelings, but always yell at everyone else. Feelings don't trump laws. What's up, Society Red? Good to have you here. And Miss Mandy 777 is here. I don't know if I said hello earlier. Edward Catalier. So many of my wonderful. I feel like I'm gonna punch this guy in the face. That's right. That's what these guys all deserve. So on that note, let's get back to the video. Thank you guys. I love you all so much.
Hits that wicket for him as well. The E is going to be the long one. Unconsented contact. Means any contact. Sorry, it went black because I haven't done anything in a while. Okay.
Okay, Care Bear, I didn't say hello to you either.
Means any contact with another individual that is initiated or continued without that individual's consent, or in disregard of that individual's expressed desire that the contact be avoided or discontinued. Unconsented contact includes, but is not limited to, any of the following. And here's where we have to read for a hot second. Following or appearing within sight of that individual. Well, that's not going to be very hard. He's hard to miss. Approaching or confronting that individual in a public space or on private property. I believe a public space would involve a street or sidewalk. Appearing at that individual's workplace or residence. Dang, this isn't looking good for you, Adam. Entering onto or remaining on the property owned, leased, or occupied by that individual.
Real quick, let me go back because I want to point something out too. Hold on.
Neither one of the remaining property. I believe a public space would involve a street or sidewalk property. Appearing within any or discontinue in disregard of that individual's out that means any contact with another individual that is initiated or continued without that individual's consent. Contact with another individual that is initiated or continued without that individual's consent.
Okay. Now, I've been saying this for a couple weeks now, and some people, especially people on the Frauditor side, but even some people on our side are like, oh, well, yeah, that might be a little bit of a stretch there, Hez. I don't know about that one. But here it is in law. Okay? What he just said is a different way of wording it, but it is exactly what I have been saying, which is if you're filming me and I ask you to stop and you don't, you are now doing something. You are physically doing something by filming me. without my consent against my will. So you are now imposing your will to film against my will not to be filmed. That's why it's a problem. They always say, well, a camera doesn't hurt you. I'm just pointing it at you. What's the big deal? Because you're doing it against my will. Especially once I ask you not to film me, that immediately makes it, in this sense, a criminal act. That's where the problem comes in. Once I make it absolutely clear that I do not want to be on your camera, you could say, well, legally I could film you. Okay, but you are now acting against my will. Now you are forcing your will upon me. How is that expressing freedom? How is that expressing rights? To me, that's expressing tyranny. I am going to impose my will upon you, whether you like it or not. That's not freedom, that's tyranny. A 99-cent super sticker from Asia. What's up? Or 99. Oh, I guess that would be a pound. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yay. Another round of applause. And she's going to get herself a Hezokuai happy dance. All right. Yes. Thank you so much. It only took her about an hour to figure out how to do that. I'm exposing your speakers to violence against their will. All right. Okay. You know what we're going to do? Just for fun, since we haven't had an appearance from News Now Voodoo today so far, we're going to test your tweeters now. First, let's test your woofers.
There is no expectation of privacy in public.
All right, now your mids. Let's test the mids. How are your mids doing?
And now let's bring out News Now Voodoo to test your tweeters.
Hi, I am News Now Voodoo, the world's greatest auditor. And I go to post offices and wherever else I could go. If Hezokuai would let me off a house arrest, then maybe I could do more audits. But anyway, in the meantime, while I'm locked up, keep your eyes open for me, because I've got a lot of things to do to keep my auditing going and to have fun with my... Wait, what are you doing with that taser? I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm not trying to escape. Yet.
How your speakers working now, Potluck? Tweeters and woofers for extreme violence. That's right. Yeah, Wolverine. No, I didn't find the gavel. Like I said, I hope I don't find it by stepping on it. I'm actually later on today. I'm gonna I don't know if the set is gonna be different at all tomorrow, but I gotta. There's some stuff I'm gonna have to move some furniture around and some stuff in here today, so it might affect the studio itself. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but hopefully I'll find the gavel in the process of doing that. It's probably in because the shelf that I used to hold these guys, because this is really my setup here is I've shared it before. It's like one of those little folding tray tables here for this thing. I got that and my Rubik's Cube on it and my coffee. And then I don't actually have a proper computer desk. So the stand that my computer itself is on right here is it's just a laptop and it's on an old music stand, a rusty old music stand. But instead of having sheet music laying on it, I have the laptop laying on it. Now this is on a ring light, just a ring light thing holding my phone. That's this camera right here. And then my microphone is literally attached to a chair. See, I put it on the back of the chair there. So that's it. That's my setup. So the thing that I have holding this guy and my Elvis gnome and stuff is this. It's like a 3-tier shelf, but it's just plastic and there's holes big enough that if the needle falls out of him, could fall through the holes. So I'm thinking it probably is just somewhere like fell through the top shelf and is in one of the holes in one of the bottom shelves there. I'm hoping, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, Wolverine Transparency. He's nothing but problems, nothing but problems, nothing but problems. That guy. Simone's in the house. I haven't seen you in a minute. What's up, Simone? Good to see you. Hello. Thank you for joining us this morning. So anyway, yeah, that's the update on Wolverine Transparency going back after KFAR, like whatever. And in fact, here, let me put this up on screen because KFAR, ladies and gentlemen, is actually going to be one of the future guests on my Saturday show. The Saturday Night Snafu, every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern, starring me, Hezokuai, and the Frauditor News Network. That's right. This week's guest is the one and only Frauditor Reaper's going to be here. Yes, she is. And then on April 22nd, ladies and gentlemen, Unclean Hands. That's right. And we're gonna close out the month of April with KFAR. That's right. That's right. And then we're gonna have Corrections 101 is gonna join us. No, I didn't mean to press that button. I meant to press that one. Sorry. And then the week after that, ladies and gentlemen, SMR Lab 777 is going to be a guest. That's right. The one and only. And then, of course, we're going to have the wonderful and fantastic, beautiful Professor Crack from the Idiopathic Truth. That's right. He's going to be here on May 20th. And then on May 27th, Takedown Exposing Frauditors is going to be here. Yes, yes, yes. And coming in June, I have a feeling that our one and only, according to Asia herself, just might be showing up on one of our June episodes. Yes, yes, yes. Yep, so that'll be a great time. Yep. See? According to Asia, will be one of our guests in June. That'll be fantastic. Yes, yes, yes. Oh boy, looking forward to that. Our Saturday show is great. We have a lot of fun on Saturdays. When will you have Vilified Freedom? Here's the problem. Every time I ask Vilified Freedom, he says, yeah. And then when I go to schedule it, I don't know. Here's what I think. This is my theory. And I really, really want to try it and spread the word and get it out there, get the word on the street that the Saturday show is something different. Here's my theory. And I mean, I'm just saying names as examples. I'm not necessarily specifically saying these people, but because I've asked Vilified and he said yes. I've asked Frauditor Troll and he said yes. I would assume Kick would say yes because he's Kick and, he read my book on his show, for crying out loud. So I know he's a supporter. Team Skeptic has been on my show several times. In fact, when he was in Europe, my morning show and his evening were about the same. So he'd show up randomly, quite regular on, when he was on his European tour. So I'm sure Skeptic would say yes. And there's a bunch of people that I know would do it. The problem, I think, I don't know, but the problem I think is that the Saturday show is still so new that I think what's happening is that they don't understand what I'm doing, that it's almost like a late night talk show, and the guest is like the whole thing. Like, we're going to pick the videos we're going to talk about based on the guest. We're going to talk about subjects that the guest is interested in. We're going to have the guest plug their channel and do their thing. And again, it's almost like a variety show, a Saturday night, we're going to have fun with the guest and it's going to be great. I think that they think that it's just like when anyone has a panel, right? And that's why when I ask these guys if they'll do it, and they're like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then I never hear back from them. I think they're thinking, oh, Hezokuai saying that if I ever want to come up on his panel, I'm invited. So yeah, maybe one night if he's live and I'm not doing nothing, I'll pop up there like we all do on people's panels. We show up, right? So like, I don't know. I don't think they understand that the Saturday show's something different. That I need to know ahead of time so I could schedule it, so I could write the script, so I could pick the videos. I mean, I put a lot of work into the Saturday show, and it's very guest centric. It's the whole, well, not purpose, but the subject matter of the show. Like when I do the videos, when I pick the videos that I watch, I always try to find something in common. I always try to have some sort of a theme, you know. And on Saturday, the theme is always based on who the guest is. So, like, the whole show is put together around the guest. So I need to know ahead of time who's going to be there, when, what are we going to do, you know, what's up, make plans. Like the best ones as far as making plans ahead of time. I'm not saying they're the best guests ever in the sense like to diss other guests that I've had, because we've had a lot of great guests. We've had you know, Script Cat, we've had Witch of Hearts, we've had Tones Overthinks It. We've had oh man, so many great guests. Doc Danger. Anyway, the point is that people like Tones and Blackheart Night, they worked with me back and forth through email a lot to put together the show ahead of time. So that was like, mwah. You know, manja, great, beautiful stuff. As opposed to like Mark Stout, who was a great guest. I have no problem. You know, it was beautiful when he was on there and everything. But he dipped early because you could kind of tell that he just thought it was, like I said, like an open panel thing. Like, oh yeah, I'll come up on your panel for a little while, no problem. So yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, showed up on Frauditor Reapers last night. May have been slightly tipsy. Speaking of which, yeah, Frauditor Reaper is going to be our guest this Saturday. I got to talk to her and get that all set up ahead of time, and figure out what she's going to want to talk about and how we're going to handle that. But anyway, so yeah, that's my plug for Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, thank you, yeah, yes, good stuff. And now, ladies and gentlemen, what was that joke I came up with earlier? Oh, it was if the premise was if the electricity actually came from the brain power of people that you attach electrodes to their head, and that's how you got electricity. In that case, how many frauditors would it take to turn on a light bulb? And the answer was all of them and half of their fans. Thank you very much. So that being said, let's get to the next video. So this video is a Team Skeptic video, and this is a good one because I love these court trials. And this one is called No Nonsense Judge Destroys Sovereign Citizen. Right to travel fail. I love it. I love these videos. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna watch that. Smash that like button. I gotta fill my smash like button bucket. I only got it's only like quarter of the way filled. Come on, guys. Oh my goodness gracious me. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. All right, love you, Skeptic.
Service. Is that still on the table?
Okay, no.
This prosecutor is not playing around. Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today, we head back to Judge Tammy Hayward's courtroom to watch her destroy another right to travel sovereign citizen. This time, a no-nonsense prosecutor joins in for the fun. So let's begin.
All right, Mr. Resto. So Mr. Resto, you have two cases. You have case number. You hear me?
Yes, okay. I hear you.
So you're before the court on 2019 CR 04954 for driving on a suspended or revoked license, no license, failure to display license, or failure to have license on person. I'm not sure, it cuts off, and no tag or expired or invalid tag. So that's on the first case. On the case from 2020 03114, you have a suspended or revoked license. You're represented by Lister and Holt on one of the cases, but not on the other. Did you want Lister and Holt to represent you, or did you want to represent yourself?
I represent myself.
On both cases?
Yes, ma'am. I have a quick question as far as locker term when it comes to driver's license.
Okay.
Okay, you're only allowed to have one driver's license, and I have an Alabama driver's license. So when I get pulled over, I actually showed them my Alabama driver's license, and it's current. It's the most current, and so they make a determination if they should go off the Georgia driver's license or the Alabama driver's license. And when I present the Alabama driver's license, they let me go because my Alabama license is valid, and you're only allowed to have one. And I had Alabama license first, so my
I believe
Georgia
this sounds
driver's
like a
license,
not guilty.
I don't want to make any assumptions or anything, but it does seem as if Prosecutor Taylor is enjoying himself a bit more than usual. And yeah, he's right. All that arguing your case is completely unnecessary today. A simple guilty, not guilty, or standing mute will do.
Okay. So, Mr. Resto, what Mr. Taylor is saying is this is something that you could prove at trial. If you present that information at trial, then that means you want to go to trial instead of taking a plea. I don't know what the recommendation is, and I don't know.
Well, the recommendation was, I think I've been dealing with this case for an awful long time now, so I don't really want to go to trial. I just want to get it behind me. But I think that the recommendation, I remember the recommendation quite clear. They offered me 40 hours of community service. Is that still on the table?
Okay, no, Mr. Resto, it's more than that. So let me explain why I know it's more than that. So the basic fines and fees for driving on a suspended license is the first time in 5 years. If you get one, then you can enter a NOLO plea if you have a NOLO plea eligible to you, and then the fine is $500. But if you get a second one, the fine goes to $1,000. A third one, the fine goes to $1,500 and 10 days mandatory jail time. You have a second one, which means that you might be able to enter a NOLO to the first one, but then the second one is outstanding. So when you took a plea to the second one, that would definitely suspend your license. So that's what's on the table.
Okay.
And the fines are hefty. So you would get a plea on the first one, and that's a $500 fine, which is $737.50. But the next one is going to be $1,000 in addition to that, and that's $1,420. So we're looking at almost $2,000, $2,200.
Your Honor, is Mr. Resto represented on the particular case that we're referring to?
Well,
I want to address him directly if he's represented, because this is a serious matter.
I get you. So that's why I'm saying, Mr. Resto, you have representation. I can allow you to be represented on both cases, and they can help you work this out. But understand that
I was already represented by Lister and Holt, and we kind of been going back and forth with the district attorney's office for a while, and they've been giving me recommendations, and I still didn't take it, but they've been giving me recommendations. I don't know what's changed, but it definitely wasn't $2,000.
Okay. Wait. Okay, wait. Wait. Okay, so, all right. This has happened to me. When I first moved from Chicago to Wisconsin back in the day, I still had my Illinois driver's license. And then, being a Wisconsin resident, I got my Wisconsin driver's license. But technically, I wasn't supposed to still have an Illinois license, but I did. Like, physically, I had it. So if I got pulled over and I showed my Illinois license, they can take an out-of-state license. That's fine. And if the out-of-state license was the good, active, not suspended license, then all you would have to do is go to court and prove to the judge that you had an out-of-state license. Now, technically, if you're not supposed to have two, which you're not, and again, I know this because I've done it, but it was just by accident. I just happened to physically still have the license. And I didn't even think about it when I got the new one. I just did it. But again, why would you be doing what this idiot's doing when all you have to do is plead not guilty? Then they set up for trial, and then you show up, show the judge, here's my license, run it, you'll see it's legit, done, case dismissed, no problem. But instead, because I guess he thinks he's some kind of sovereign citizen or something, he's going to play the, oh no, I don't need representation, I don't need to go to trial, I just need you guys to do what I say because I said it card. I mean, this is a long video, there's still quite a bit to go, but just the beginning already leads so many questions. Like, and once again, the stupid on these people is amazing to me. Because the situation I'm talking about, I mean, it's not like I didn't go to law school. I went to film school, right? So I shouldn't have this way better understanding of the way the law works than these idiots do. But I've eaten a bag of peanuts that has a better understanding of the way law works than most sovereign citizens and frauditors. Holy crap.
Talk to your attorney and let them tell you what the recommendation they have on the table, okay? Because the recommendation, if you're represented, even if you're only represented on one case, the rec is probably going to come to your attorney.
Okay, now if I enter like an oral motion of dismissal based on constitutional grounds, are you standing on your constitutional oath?
Okay, I'm not sure what that is.
To be fair, neither does he. And I long for the day that a judge just makes up her oath right there on the spot just to see if a sovereign citizen buys it.
So I have taken an oath to uphold the Constitution and to make sure that I treat people as the law would direct me to do so. So,
okay. Well, I asked this question previously when I was in your courtroom one day in regards to the right to travel under the 14th Amendment, stating that citizens do not need a permit to travel with a horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile without interference by police. And I was on a public highway, actually, when I got pulled over.
See, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of why this is a thing, why this video is even a subject for derision or discussion on our end, right? Because, like I said, what happens at the beginning? Well, I had two licenses and one was suspended, so I used the other one. But technically, you're not supposed to have two, and this and that. And the judge is like, well, that's something you could argue on trial, and you might be able to get off if you did have a valid license, blah, blah, blah. But that's why you need a lawyer and this and that. So, does he be a smart person and say, oh, okay, no. He starts reciting the sovereign citizen playbook. Yes, indeed. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the stupidity grows. Yes, it does. Oh, man, these guys are dumb. And at this point, now, especially after all of the times that every one of their arguments has been debunked, well, I guess it's the same thing with flat earthers, right? The flat earth was debunked like, what, 6,000 years ago? They knew that the earth was round all the way back. Like, the human race thought the earth was flat for actually a relatively short period of time. When you look back, like, all the people that, like, when they were figuring out math way back in the day when it was, like, being invented, they figured out the curvature of the earth. Like, but those guys won't accept any of it. And again, same thing with these idiots, right? You tell them stuff, you tell them the proof is there, it has been there, it's been there for years. They just don't accept it. They just don't. They don't care if it's true. Hey, I want to explain something to you guys. This is a book. My book, by the way, link in the description below if you want to check it out. Available at Amazon. $4.99. It's only $5 for my book, guys. Come on, buy it. The Frauditors Handbook, right? It's a book. It has pages, and the pages have writing on them, words in English. This is a book. No, it isn't. No, look, see, it's a book. You know, you can read it. You read books. No, you don't. No, look, see, it's a book. It's got pages. There's words on the pages. No, there isn't. These guys are like the Black Knight. Chop his arm off. I chopped your arm off. No, you didn't. What do you mean? It's off. It's laying on the ground next to you and you got blood squirting out. No, I don't. What? That's I've seen more and more jokes from Monty Python in the 70s that have become reality in the 21st century. Stuff that was a joke back then is reality now. It's mind-blowing. Like the stupidity that's on display by the human race. It's like, look, The Matrix was not a documentary. Oh. Monty Python and the Holy Grail was not trying to predict the future. It was trying to make fun of the past. Oh, these people are so dumb. Horse-drawn carriage.
Okay, so that's not actually in the Constitution.
And
So
I
the
don't
right to
believe
travel, the right
automobiles
to
were
travel?
around when the 14th Amendment was ratified.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Taylor.
I just wanted to point out to the court that automobiles hadn't been invented when the 14th Amendment was ratified.
So I actually had to look this one up. And the 14th Amendment was ratified in 1868, while the first vehicle on an American road was in 1893, and it was known as the Durham Motor Wagon. So the prosecutor's right. And not only that, I read the entire 14th Amendment, and it doesn't have any mention of horses, buggies, automobiles, or the right to travel. So I think I'll just file this one in the made that shit up bin.
That
Yeah,
may
it says automobile, horse, drawn wagon, or carriage.
Okay,
An automobile is not necessarily a car if it's a household good. It's just a form of transportation. It doesn't matter if it's an automobile, horse, drawn wagon, or carriage, because it's still a form of transportation, and citizens have the right to travel without interference by police. So I don't even know how the police are even allowed to interfere with travel when I'm not using my vehicle for commerce.
Your Honor,
And it's
Hold on, Mr.
totally
Taylor.
private household good.
Okay, so Mr. Resto, if somebody drove 100 miles an hour into the back of your vehicle and killed your a family member, would you want the police to interfere?
That's a murder. I mean, that's if someone got killed.
But they're traveling. You can't interfere with somebody traveling.
No, I mean you can't. It's stating that a police just can't interfere with your traveling, like pulling you over for a traffic violation or a tag.
But you want them to interfere if somebody.
Now, if you murder somebody because
say you don't murder them. Say you just hurt them. Say you just damaged the vehicle. You don't want the police to interfere.
No, that's when it almost becomes like an accident or a crime or whatnot. So the police can. That's not really an interference. An interference with your traveling, not an interference when two citizens engage in an accident. It's interfering with you just traveling.
So basically, you want the police to do their jobs when it benefits you, but not do their jobs when it doesn't.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Now, police officers, as far as public servants, they have a duty to serve to the people. So if a car accident occurs, then of course public servants, as far as ambulance, as far as firemen, they will come to the scene just as a service. But for you to just interfere in my traveling is actually a violation of the Constitution.
Well, sir, the Constitution and the cases that have come out of the constitutional jurisprudence allow cities and states and municipal organizations to regulate travel for the benefit of the citizens. So they can put reasonable regulations on travel, meaning they can you can have a license. They can grant you the privilege of having a license to drive. They can regulate how your license is seen. If you don't have a license, or if your license is suspended, they can intervene to take your license away or your privilege to drive away. It is a crime. You can be convicted of not driving under a proper license. So the government is allowed to intervene in a lot of ways with people traveling. So I'm
real quick, I just want to mention that do you guys love this judge or what? Seriously, is this judge great? Come on. The things she's saying, I love, and the fact that she's like, because I always say, like, well, I wish you could talk to one of these guys. What's up, Weed Skador? I didn't say hi earlier. Like, because we always say, well, what if you get in a car accident? What if something happens? And that's exactly what the judge said. And he's like, well, that's different. Oh, so the laws apply when you want them to, but when you don't want them to, then they don't, right? But the point that she's trying to make now, and this is what I've been saying forever, and I wish these morons would understand, but they do. Their brains do not comprehend comprehension. The hell? Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm in Finland. You can only use the 53rd Amendment. Woohoo! Oh my goodness. Anyway, yes, they need to apologize to the trees for all the oxygen they wasted. They worked so hard to make oxygen for these idiots. Oh, you know what? By the way, ATV Thunder, give me a $5 super chat. Yes, you've been thunderstruck. Yes, our resident AC/DC fan in the house. We got our Deep Purple fan. We got our AC/DC fan. We're ready to rock and or roll with a Hezokuai happy dance. Yes. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Once again for the beautiful super chat. Oh yes. Thank you so much. Anyway, so the point is, what I would love to say to them, and what I wish I could get their brains, which don't function properly, to understand, is like, if they're right, if what they're saying actually is true, how do traffic laws exist? If they are a violation of the Constitution, you don't think that somebody somewhere would have pointed that out to someone by now? And here's the problem. And this is important, okay? And this is why I cannot even begin to talk to these idiots, because I have talked to them in the past, and half the time they don't even make an argument. They just do ad hominems and insults. They don't talk. They don't listen. It's like talking to a wall. But even when they do actually try to put together what they believe is a logical argument, right? They'll say things like, well, I'll tell you what, this situation is because they're all in on it together, because they're trying to generate revenue. So they keep these traffic laws, even though they know the traffic laws are unconstitutional, just to generate more revenue and take your money by pulling you over. That's the logic behind it. That's the argument they would make. But here's the argument I would make. What you're talking about is traffic laws and traffic codes have been around for a long time now. Okay? At least 100 years, because I can't imagine in the 1920s, by then everybody had a freaking car, that there weren't some sort of traffic regulations already as early as that. I know it was like 1938, I think, is when what we consider to be standard traffic laws really started to take effect. So let's say by 1940, okay, so close to 100 years ago. Well, 20, whatever. It's been a while. So in all those years, if they're right, and this whole thing was against the Constitution to create these laws just to make money and to take people's money, you don't think that somewhere within all of those years that some politician who's trying, because that's what politicians do, trying to get elected, and getting elected is the number one thing that they care about. Not one politician would say, hey, I'm going to run on the platform of these guys are violating your rights and stealing your money. Vote them out of office by voting me in, and I'll abolish these unconstitutional laws. If they were right, how is it even possible that that's never happened? How come traffic laws even exist anymore? Well, just to steal your money. Then someone somewhere along the line, if it really was unconstitutional, would have pointed that out. And even if it is for the wrong reasons, they would have saw it as a way to power grab, to get the elected and take office running on that platform, and then get in office and find some other way to steal your money, right? Oh, well, are you going to trust politicians? That's not the point. The point is, when you're running for office, getting elected is number one. Once you're in there, that's a whole different story, what you actually do. But the way politicians go after each other and use anything to try and get elected above all else, none of them have ever thought to make this argument. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because it's a BS argument. Maybe because it's not true. Maybe because traffic laws are not unconstitutional. Maybe it's because we're right. Brain dead, butter brain, douche canoe, paint chip smoking, crayon eating, lead paint lens licking, dog snot chirping, gorilla snot licking, toe jam, toe fungus brain.
Not sure where this information comes from, but there's a lot of stuff on the internet about traveling and the 14th Amendment and horse and buggies and even maritime law. But
I mean,
an
an automobile was actually created before a driver's license was ever created. So people was actually out there.
What? All right, wait a minute. Hold on a second. You know, the automobile was invented before the license to operate the motor vehicle. Duh! Like, seriously? The license to operate the invention was created after the invention? So that makes... So that makes the license itself null and void? How can you invent a license? What's up, Big West? Good to see you. Colrack, what's up, by the way? I didn't say hello to you, Dark Soul. Hello. So, why would anyone even think to invent a license for something that doesn't exist? How could they possibly even imagine to conceptualize creating a such thing as a driver's license for vehicles that don't exist yet? Saying that driver's licenses were invented after cars is not an argument. It's stupid, frauditor, illogical logic. It's sovereign citizen, illogical logic. It's stupidity on a grand scale. It's you know, I don't think that baseball should be a sport anymore. Because the ball, like the object, a ball, existed before baseball was invented. Therefore, baseball doesn't exist. Final word. What the heck is this? How do their brains make these connections? How is that even possible for a human mind to be that stupid that it makes that connection? Driver's licenses don't matter because they were invented after cars. Well, why would they even think to invent a license for something that doesn't exist? Yes, baseball bats were invented after baseball because before that they were cricket bats. And you, of all people, should know that, right? Wait, did somebody from Europe say that? I'm sorry. Ow. Watch that. Stupidity squared. Yeah. The hypotenuse of the stupid is equal to the triangular angle of the dangle of the stupidity squared. I don't know. All right, back to the video.
Their case pamphlets where people was actually operating vehicles before a driver's license ever became.
You mean to tell us that drivers had to exist prior to driver's license existing? It's almost like the government realized that any dumbass with one arm and one leg could power a 2-ton death machine, and they decided that it was in the best interest of public safety to regulate that.
That's actually, you guys are actually a conflict of interest, actually, as far as you being in cahoots with the DMV. That's a totally separate entity.
Okay,
and for
so
some reason,
Mr. Resto, do you want to resolve the case because it's not
I
going
want
to
to
be
resolve the
40
case. But
hours?
I disagree with the fine amount because it changed. I would I would make an offer like I can do $1,000, maybe 12-month probation.
Mr.
But
Resto,
$2,000, that's excessive.
Mr. Resto, we're not negotiating. Those are statutory fines, meaning they're written into the law. I can't even change them.
Can I make a counter offer to the state and say it's $1,000? Is that can I be?
No,
because I did do
sir.
time in jail. If the state would see that
Well,
and count.
That's why I'm saying that you may want to speak with an attorney because certain things that they can negotiate, I can't change the statute. I can't change what's written in it, but they can negotiate. And if the solicitor wants to give you credit for time in jail in lieu of the fine, those are things that they can do that I can't do.
Yeah. So I would ask to the district attorney, knowing that I did serve some days in jail, can you guys lower the fine and I just go ahead and end this case right now? I can do 1,000. I got $1,000 right now.
Did you just say you have $1,000 right now to put towards a more than $2,000 fine, but you can't go out and get a driver's license that costs you about $150 every 5 years? Forget as a baby. Who's shaking you as an adult?
Mr. Resto, so that's a conversation that you need to have with them directly without me being present, number one. Number two,
I just noticed I'm watching the judge and I'm watching the idiot. But what's up with this Jessica Marsh? She's been like this for like the last 15 minutes. Like seriously, like she's what in the world is going on with that lady? I wasn't paying attention to her because I paid attention to all the stupidity that's going on. But seriously, like, watch her. Look, watch.
the reason I keep saying
Right
you
here.
might want to go through your attorney is because they can explain to you what is already on the table and how that may or may not change. Okay.
what's on the table now, man?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I would rather you have that conversation in a
But she's
breakout
thinking
room
and
with
moving.
with the attorney who's assigned to your case and with the state, as opposed to here in the main room. One, because I have other cases that need to be addressed, and two,
I get it. I get it. I'm looking at it like she's sipping a coffee. She's the court reporter, and she's actually talking to make the court report. Like it's like a voice to text thing. So that's, yeah, I thought she was holding a cup of coffee, Nikki, but apparently she's holding like a special thing so that she can dictate, and it's like a voice to text thing so she could dictate what's going on. She's the court reporter. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I got to get used to this 21st century technology. Guys, I'm still listening to vinyl LPs and watching VHS tapes, okay? I just figured out how to work my damn phone the other day. Like, I don't know, like if you guys go back and look at my older videos, I always had a different camera angle. I always used a different camera, the camera that's built into the computer, because I didn't know how to use the camera on my phone for my podcast. I just figured that out a couple weeks ago. So, that is actually very cool, Nikki Red. Like I'm actually amazed at that. That's great stuff. Why would they need a court reporter on Zoom? I think that there has to be a court reporter for all cases. Like that's something that I think actually is constitutional. When you break down the judicial section of the Constitution, the articles for the judicial system, and it has to do with the public record and making sure, like, especially because you could take a video and edit it and this and that and do whatever you want, but with the paperwork, once they turn it in, the only time it gets touched is if some of it has to get redacted or if a jury reads it. But the original copy is the actual court record. And that's the thing. The video is not the actual court record. The record she's taking is the actual court record. So if there was an appeal or if there was a problem, they wouldn't, I mean, they could watch the video as part of the evidence, but the official court record is the paperwork that she's doing, and that's what they're going to read. That's what the judge is going to look at before they even go to trial.
because that's not information I need to hear.
Okay, is it anything I can do to get this case resolved now? Because it's been lingering on.
I'm telling you what to do, but you're not listening, Mr. Reston. Mr. Resto,
I mean, today, like, I want to resolve this today.
I get that you want to resolve it today, and I'm telling you what to do, but you're not listening to me. I said you can go into a breakout room with your attorney, and the attorney and you can discuss what's already on the table. And then if your attorney wishes to speak with the state to clarify anything, they can do that too. But you're not going to get it resolved by going back and forth with me, because there's stuff I cannot do.
Okay. Just tell the state that I'll take their recommendation. I'll just pay the $2,000 if they can give me 12 months to pay it off. And if I pay it off early, if my probation can be terminated, that would be great.
Apparently, your ability to listen is terminated long ago, because she's told you multiple times that this is not the time or place for that, and she's not the one that you need to be talking to. Now, Judge Tammy sends him, his lawyer that he doesn't want, and the prosecutor to a breakout room to discuss his case further. And, well, Mr. Rusto decided, for whatever reason, that he needed to leave unexpectedly in the middle of negotiations. Maybe what the attorneys say next will shed some light on why.
Sorry, I was discussing with Mr. Rusto, and I understand something changed about his bond.
Okay. He has bonds with 2 bondsmen. I don't know of anything. Does he have, did somebody come off a bond?
Your Honor, maybe I can address that question.
Okay.
Mr. Resto, our office filed a motion to revoke bond, and that motion was granted a rule nisi, and it was calendared. That motion didn't happen because of the pandemic. It was, I believe, scheduled to happen in 2021, maybe February, but somewhere about that time. I informed Mr. Kamani to inform his client that depending on the outcome of today's arraignment, The state intends to move forward on that bond revocation. Your Honor, may I make a request on that matter?
Sure, Mr. Taylor.
I'd request that the defendant does show in person for it not, for him, Zoom court is, or remote appearance is not sufficient.
So he has a hard time showing up to Zoom court, and the prosecutor wants him to show up in person, and for good reason, because he didn't show up to the next court hearing either. Now, he did call in at the end of the docket, claiming that he conveniently had a doctor's appointment scheduled for the same day as court. You can believe him if you want to, but I ain't buying anything that comes out of that Dick Flute's mouth.
So it's my understanding that you and Mr. Castaneda have parted ways with respect to your case.
Yeah. Did he file a motion to withdraw?
Yeah. Did you want to go forward without an attorney representing yourself?
Yeah, it seems like the attorneys that the state appoints me, they have a very hard time of like listening to their clients, like what they have to say. Like I had a conversation with him for like maybe 5 minutes, and he was very like wanted to do what he wanted to do. He didn't want to.
Okay, that's another major problem I have with these idiots. So, see, it becomes difficult sometimes. And this is one of the things that started back when I first started actually trying to have conversations with these idiots to try and understand them better. And, before I learned that talking to them is pointless, it's like talking to a brick wall. But when I was still trying to attempt to understand where they were coming from, I would always try to find common ground. Like, yes, there are bad cops. I'll give you that one. Yes, there are corrupt politicians. I'll give you that one. Yes, there are scumbag lawyers. I'll give you that one. Like, all of these things, like, do exist. Yes, I get that. But the problem is they seem to have this idea that kind of like everyone is like they're the kings of the universe. Like sovereign citizens, Moors, Frauditors are the kings of the universe. And everyone and anyone has to do what they say when they do it. Ironton Auditor's in the house. What's up? Good to see you. But anyway, so their arguments always come down to this idea where, like what he's saying now, it's like they seem to believe that a lawyer, like their job is to do what you tell them to do. Right? So let's say that you want to file a motion to have your case dismissed because your toenail fungus is stinky. No lawyer's going to do that. That's absolutely stupid and insane. Like, why would they? No. Well, my lawyer won't do what I told him to do, so I know he's a piece of crap that's working for you, corrupt, evil, horrible court politicians that are trying to rip me off. Like, a lawyer's job is not to just do what you say, because what you say might be nonsense. What you say might get them disbarred if they try it. What you say might be a scam. Might be you trying to pull something over on the court. The lawyer isn't going to participate in that. So these lawyers are all against me, and they never do what I tell them to do, and they just want to do what they want to do. Like, a lawyer's job is not to do whatever you say because you said it, especially if what you're saying is wrong. And it always is. If these guys say it, it's always wrong. And these guys say it. They're full of poo, they're full of crap, they're full of trash, they're full of garbage, their brains are empty. Yeah. Yeah.
Hear what I had.
You mean to tell us that a lawyer who studied law for years and practices it as a profession doesn't want to take the advice from a mental midget whose entire legal proficiency comes from mastering YouTube search? This is my shocked face.
Or he was just telling me, like I was raising concerns about the state came off of my bond, and I was trying to figure out why they came off of my bond when I show up for court. I gave him no reason to come off my bond, and he said,
So when you say come off your bond, the bonding company has to do that, not the state. So I'm not sure. Like,
well, they
what
filed
happened.
they filed a motion to come off my bond. That's what he stated.
Okay, is that Free at Last or Atlanta Clayton bonding?
No, not Free at Last. It
So
was.
I have that you.
He stated that the state filed a motion with your court, stating that they wanted to come off my bond to where basically I would have warrant on me.
Okay, Miss John VA, do you have any outstanding bench warrants for Mr. Resto? I don't recall signing any, but I may have.
Did the state file any motions in regards to that?
No.
You know, the keen observer in me is noticing how Mr. Rusto is hyper-focused on his bond revocation, which, as the judge said, wasn't even on the table. It kind of cements my suspicion that his emergency doctor's appointment, which just so happened to fall on the same day that he had to show up in court, was more than a mere coincidence.
Okay, I did. So just Your Honor, I didn't know that he was back. I'd already given the file to my assistant. She said she had just sent off the bench warrant to you as well, I think. So
I didn't think.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, Mr. Resto, you're here. So I haven't signed anything yet.
Okay. Does the state have any intentions on trying to come off my bond?
No, so sir, they don't come off your bond unless you fail to appear. My understanding is you had a medical excuse for being late today, so you contacted.
I'm actually still at the hospital. I just had a minor surgery.
Okay, so Miss Val has allowed you to come on to the call today because she knew that you had a medical issue. So we can deal with your case today, or we can give you a continuance until December 6th, but nobody's coming off the bond and the bench warrant will not be signed.
Okay. I want to handle this today. It's kind of been lingering over my head for some years now. I'm really tired of it. And but I hear that the state is trying to give me 10 days in jail, and that would absolutely ruin my business, my life.
So
I have a 2-year son. I'm a single father.
All those reasons that you just stated sound like really good motivators to get a valid driver's license to me.
Yeah, but see, Judge, in my situation is I got the documentation from the Alabama motor vehicle department. See, I'm actually an Alabama citizen.
Hold on, Mr. Resto. Hold on. Let me put you in a breakout room with me and the state so we can hear what you're saying, but we're not putting it all out there in case you want to make a different decision, okay?
Okay. Well, I have no absolute reason to lie, and I really believe
No, it's not that, sir. This is what I would do if you had an attorney who was representing you, okay? So this is called a pre.
Yeah, but I just honestly believe that when you're just being truthful, there's really no need for attorneys when you're just being honest about your situation.
Believe me when I say this, you can screw yourself over by being open and honest to the court by accidentally being open and honest to a violation. A lawyer would know this. Now, they rescheduled this court date, and to no one's surprise at all, he was a no-show again.
Next is Mr. Resto. Mr. Castaneda was fired by Mr. Resto, so he's no longer counsel of record. Mr. Resto is wanted, and there is no surety on that. Does the state have there's no surety order on that? Does the state have a request in the Resto case?
Mr. Resto, yes, state would definitely request a rule absolute on that matter.
Okay, on both cases, a rule absolute will be granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So it looks like that's the end of the Rusto saga for now. He's on the run and he hasn't been back to court since his last appearance. But I'm always watching, and if I see him, you'll be the first to be updated. So if you like the video, leave a like.
I love the way that sorry. I love the way Team Skeptic does that too. I noticed, have you guys noticed that? When he does these court cases, he doesn't just find a random court case, But like if it's like a second or third appearance, he'll go back and find the other appearances if he can and try to cover the whole case, which I like that. I like that a lot. That's really cool that he does that. So I appreciate that from him. Great video. Nakoti's in the house. What's up? Blackheart Night's in the house. What's up? Who else? Anyone else here I didn't say hello to? Peck, Blackheart, RB, Nancy, Nakoti, Kolrak. It looks like I got all my good, wonderful, beautiful morning people. A round of applause for you guys. Yes. Love having you guys around. It's a beautiful thing. All right. So, hey, Paracord Princess. Yes. There she is. All right. Nikki Red. Yes. Lisa White. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the best crowd in the world. My fans are the best. I love you guys. Another round of applause for you guys. Yes. This program made impossible in part by all y'all. And the other part was made possible by all y'all. Raven Wing for $1.99 super chat. What's up? Good morning, Hezokuai family. Happy dance time. Oh, you know it, baby. Let's go. All right. And Unclean Hands is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Good morning. Good to see you, buddy. Glad to have you here, as always. And let's see, what else we got here? What else did we want to do this morning? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I got this video from Van Bellion I wanted to show. You know why? I'm about to show this Van Bellion video. Now, there's a lot of different reasons why I could pick a lot of different videos to show. But the reason why I chose this one, and this one was posted, when was it posted? 18 hours ago. Van Bellion posted this, and I'm going to show it because, one, for those of you who've been paying attention, Rogue Nation has been coming in here when he does come, not just to troll, but to brag about the fact that his new shtick is going to the VA and just harassing people at different VA hospitals. What's up? Desert File, how's it going? Chocolate fudge for breakfast. Yum. Oh, Unclean Hands already knows what I'm talking about. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this video is someone going to a VA and getting tased. Yes, we haven't seen a good tasing video in a while, so I decided to show this. Here we go. This is cops tase armed sovereign citizen when he refuses to leave the VA. Beautiful, wonderful, marvelous. Oh, I'm so excited.
I am. Put it down. Just
Put the gun down. Jesus Christ.
Get up.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we head to Gainesville, Florida, where police get called to a veterans hospital for a man with a firearm. They respond, and the man turns out to be a sovereign citizen with an attitude. He refuses every lawful order, which results in Mr. Sparky making an appearance. Right, let's get into the video.
They just dilated, so I don't know what the deal is. Hey, man.
Hey, buddy. Tell me you don't have a weapon on you. What? You have a weapon on you? Why are you asking? Because somebody saw you with a .45 caliber handgun. Wrong. You mind clearing that out of our mindset and showing us you don't have one? I have a .380. On you now? Yeah. Okay. You're in a federal building, right? Well, I've had my life threatened a couple of times, and I've been assaulted. I understand, so, and I agree. I'm totally for your Second Amendment rights, but when you're seen at a vet center or you're on federal property, you know as a vet you can't have a weapon on federal property.
So tell me, what kind of threat do you think you will encounter at the VA hospital that you feel the need to take a firearm in with you? Or is this all just to prove some kind of point? Because it's a terrible idea if it is.
Where is it at? It's on my person. You mind standing up and letting us retrieve it?
Please do me a favor. Please don't act like you're.
But if I take it out and put it.
I would rather you did not, because that.
Rather you stand up, put your hands on the window, okay, and let us, and tell us where it's at. And I'm just gonna hand.
No,
Don't do that.
I will kill you. You understand? Watch out, Gary. Put that gun down.
I am. Put it down. Just
Put the gun down. Jesus Christ.
Get up.
Brilliant move. So not only is this guy dumb enough to bring a gun into a VA hospital, he's dumb enough to reach for said gun when they tell him not to. That could have ended really badly, and still could if he makes the wrong move.
There it is. No, we're not gonna retrieve it. You're gonna get up and do what we say. I'm not getting on my knees. I'm not getting on the ground or nothing like that. You want it?
Stop.
There it is.
Stop reaching for it. Gary?
I'm not reaching for anything.
Gary.
Hey, dummy, if you didn't reach for it, then how did it make it onto the seat beside you? Typical sovereign citizen, put everyone else in danger because they have a problem with authority.
He's gonna, if you don't get on the ground, I'm gonna tase you.
I'm getting on the ground.
I'm gonna tase you if you don't. Stand up.
Go ahead, and you're getting arrested.
I will not get arrested. I promise you I will not.
Sure, you're, man.
Maybe. Get up, get away from the gun, and lay down on your face.
I am not laying
Get up.
down on the fucking ground. Look, sir, we're trying to get it. Hey, we're trying to de-escalate things, but I need you to comply with it. I'm not getting on the ground. I've got too much arthritis to be living on the ground. Hey, like a kid.
And that's the reason for not complying with a lawful order. He thinks it makes him look like a naughty boy. That kind of sums up the whole sovereign citizen movement, doesn't it?
Can you listen to me for a second so we can de-escalate this? We can get our hands off. There it is, right there. We're not going to reach it because you're way near us.
It's a very confined space.
What I need you to do. I need you to get up.
I'm not sure yet. There's 3 of us here.
I'm staying right where I'm at. You want that gun, you come and get it. I'm staying right here. I'm not moving. I'm not getting on the ground. I'm not crawling around like a kid.
And that's the moment the cop knew he was dealing with a big baby with daddy issues. So the gun goes away and out comes Mr. Sparky.
So you want to escalate? Don't escalate. I'm sitting here. I'm not getting up and I'm not going anywhere. There's the gun. I'm not reaching for it. You take it.
I think it will. What do you want to do, Gary? It's your facility.
Will you stand up? No, and go towards the window? No, I'm not. You understand
There
how
it is,
close
right there. You want it, get it.
We're not going to
Take
risk
it.
our life.
Seriously though, like, hey, I took it out and I put it right here so you guys can come get it now. They start walking towards him. How much time, even if it's only a couple seconds, the amount of time it takes for them to walk up to him when the gun is literally right here, boom. Like, of course they want him to get away from it before they approach it. How could he not understand that? You having the gun right there means that when they start coming towards you, you have plenty of time to grab it and take them both out. So they don't want you there as they approach the gun. How do you not get that through your thick, sovereign citizen, stupid skull? Ugh.
For you to reach for the gun as soon as we come.
You're not risking your life. I'm not reaching for it.
Okay, let me ask you, we're gonna ask
I'm
you
not
one
doing
more time.
anything but
Are you
sitting
gonna
here.
comply?
So if you want the gun, you come over and take it.
Are you gonna
I'm not
comply?
doing
You're gonna
anything.
get taken.
I am not doing anything aggressive towards
Stand up.
people.
It's your last
So
warning.
you keep-
It's the last time I'm
keep
going
it
to tell
up.
you.
Keep it up.
It's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Keep escalating.
Yeah, you ready?
There will be a lawsuit with all 3 of you.
Only a soft sit would think about money at a time like this. Ignore being held at gun and taser point. Yeah, threaten a lawsuit instead. Unbelievable.
Are you ready, Gary?
I'm ready.
Stand up. Last warning.
I am not. Why? You're not doing anything in order. That's why.
Get up. Get up. Get up. Watch out, Louis. Get up. Get up. Get on the floor.
Stop.
Hit him again.
Stop. Come here. Stop. Hey, stop. Listen to me. Stop. I'm not doing anything.
Disengage, Louis. Disengage.
I'm not doing anything.
If you don't get up, I'm going to tase you again. Get up.
I'm not doing that.
Get up. Put your hands behind your back.
You mother.
And yes, if we slow the video down, you can see that the taser prongs hit him right in his tender area. That's going to be sore for a few days.
What the f*** are you doing, man? What is your problem?
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, okay, mother. You got it. Okay. Hey, stop.
We're fighting a little bit. Just got tased. Stand by.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
You didn't comply to a lawful order, that's why.
I don't have to comply with
Yes, you do. Especially when you're armed.
With me.
Okay?
Hey, stop.
We're fighting a little bit. Just got tased.
Hey.
Slow the video down.
Get up. Put your engage.
This is awesome.
Listen to me. Stop. I'm not doing anything.
Disengage, Louis. Disengage.
I'm
Disengage.
not doing anything.
If you don't get up, I'm going to tase you again. Get up.
I'm not doing that.
Get up. Put your hands behind your back.
You mother.
And yes, if we slow the video down, you can see that the taser prongs hit him right in his tender area. That's going to be sore for a few days.
What the f*** are you doing, man? What is your problem?
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, okay, mother. You got it. Okay. Hey, stop.
We're fighting a little bit. Just got tased. Stand by.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing
You
this?
didn't comply to a lawful order, that's why.
I don't have to comply with
Yes,
you.
you do. Especially when you're
armed.
armed.
With me.
Okay?
Especially when you're armed.
You were an armed subject at this point. In a
I am
federal
what?
building. In a federal building.
Yeah, so.
So how brazen was that? He's not even pretending that the order wasn't lawful, like soft sits usually claim. He's just coming right out with it and saying he doesn't have to comply with lawful orders. And he wonders why he met Mr. Sparky.
And I pay your
All right, what 10-15, one tase.
I pay your salary. So do I.
That's amazing.
So do I. So do you what? Pay my own tax.
Gracious.
Yeah, that
There's a
I
little bit
pay
of
your
gracious
salary line is not quite the burn you think it is
It wasn't
when
a-
you're on the floor in handcuffs. Plus, you're a sovereign citizen, so you probably don't even pay your own taxes.
What's the freaking... Here. I got it. Here you go, Gary. You want to take this or what?
I can't. I mean,
You can't?
Do you have anything that's gonna hurt me sick?
I can.
Hey.
Well, I mean, I don't mind that.
Yeah, I can transfer the PC to you. It's gonna be in a federal building. So y'all can act on it as a state level.
You won't make the arrest on the federal side?
I could. Yeah. Let me run it by the I have no issue
You tell me.
at all. I gotta make a phone call. Us making an arrest.
Yeah, I know. I used to do it in DES.
Get him.
I mean, I'll be violating my constitutional rights.
Just leave him on the ground, Louis. Just leave him there.
Now what? Now what? You gonna drag me around? Nope. Okay. What the f are you doing? I'm
Michael,
searching
run.
for more weapons.
Tase him again. Tase him again.
Yeah, somehow I don't think they're going to be taking the word of someone who was stupid enough to walk into a VA with a gun and then refuse every lawful order given because reasons.
We're 10-4. You can clear the channel as long as about 28s are out.
And you, mother, that laser, what's your name?
Davini.
What? What's your badge number? What's your
It's gonna be
badge
a minute.
number,
Just give me a minute,
asshole? What's your badge number?
346.
All right, we're gonna get it. I need a supervisor here. Yeah.
Okay.
You're in trouble, mother.
No, I'm really not.
Now what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stand you up and sit you in this chair right here. Hold on, Louis.
I'm sitting in the chair to start with, man.
Sit down.
You keep manhandling him, mother.
Yeah, and I am, because it's my job.
Yeah.
I'll tase you again if you don't
I'm
stop.
not doing anything wrong, you f***ing asshole.
Stop.
Stop. What are you doing? Why are you guys escalating this shit? Huh?
Are you not comprehending what's happening here?
What are you talking about? I have a constitutional right to sit here and not have to comply with you.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, your actions or lack thereof suggest you don't comprehend what's going on, or the Constitution for that matter. If you did, then you wouldn't have been introduced to Mr. Sparky.
Yeah, it is not the law that says that I have to do what you said. You have a warrant for me?
Hey, Gary, come stand here.
You
Let me
got a
call the boss
warrant
real
for
fast.
me?
I got a supervisor. Right?
That's fine.
You got a warrant for me?
Yep.
Where? Show me.
You just
Show me your fucking warrant.
by being armed in a federal building.
Oh,
Not complying.
that's twice you tased me, you asshole.
3 times. Well, I guess the first one didn't really go through the close. But here's another point of that I think is a very important point to make. Okay, so they always will say this. They'll always make this argument, and this is another example of it. Well, I don't comply to you doing this. I don't comply to you doing that, or whatever. Blah blah blah. So then again, so what does it come down to? Like, if he was in there and he started shooting people, and the cops went to tackle him, hey, I don't comply to you tackling me. I don't comply to you, stopping me from murdering people. Like, it doesn't matter. They don't care if they have your permission to do it. They're going to do it. Like, it doesn't matter if you comply or not. Oh, stupid.
I know.
I did. I gave you my gun.
No.
Reaching for your gun and placing it at the side of you, then refusing lawful orders is not how you give the police your gun.
We're gonna go to jail.
I told you, I'm not.
We're just trying to figure out who's doing it, because it's apparently a felony to bring a firearm into a federal facility. I got Gary Boothby here with me from the VA.
With breathing.
So
But you have to escalate it.
it is on VA's property.
You just had to do something.
Tell him I've got
You just had to show your power, man.
He is asking his supervisor. I know from DEA there's a process with an actual arrest in federal court that you have.
Okay, and here's another example of these idiots being stupid and the way that they think and how dumb their thinking is. Okay, so what is he saying now? It's like, you guys just have to show your power, right? All of these sovereign citizens, all of these frauditors, all of these people, Chile's a big one for this, is saying that the cops only do what they do because of their ego, because they can't let go of their ego. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You refusing to move, isn't that you being the one who won't drop his ego long enough to stand up for 2 seconds? Isn't you refusing to put down your freaking gun in the VA where you're not allowed to bring a gun in the first place? You being the one who won't let his ego stop long enough for you to do something? They always accuse the cops and the government of everyone else of doing exactly what they are doing. Every time. It's insane. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Yes, that's right.
To do a criminal complaint, and then you have to do first appearance. We don't have the judges for it here in Gainesville, so he's trying to make a ruling. So he's going to try to have us do a hold, and then he will have to do an indictment probably.
I was sitting here, just
But-
like I was in there. And you guys fucking escalate this bullshit. Do you have any other weapons, right?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But just to get you up to speed about why we did what we did, he wouldn't stand up. He almost got shot. Okay, let's review my video. He pulled his fucking gun out, and then he put it down and the seat beside him wouldn't stand up. So the decision was made to tase him because we were within probably 15 feet. And then it didn't have the wanted effect because he's wearing a jacket. So then we hit him again up front and then held him under power. We got him under on the ground handcuffed.
And there's the confirmation from him that he was, in fact, tased in the nuts.
I think he's sovereign.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How did Van Bellion miss that? Look at his ID. They're searching his wallet. Look at his ID. How did Van Bellion miss that? Ladies and gentlemen, look, his ID is a piece of paper with the letters I and D. I can't believe Van Bellion didn't mention that. They're digging through his wallet. He's got all these pieces of paper that just say ID. What? Look. See? Oh, wait. Oh, I rewound it too far. Hold on.
That he was, in fact, tased in the nuts.
Again. I'll put it in slow motion for this. This is amazing. Look, you can see ID. ID. What a horrible douche canoe.
I've been doing this 20 years. I never heard of that.
So he doesn't have ID, but he does have what looks like a fake badge and a pair of handcuffs. So he's either up to no good or he's one of those fake sovereign marshals like Ronnie Davies of Bears Law and Forensic. Sorry, I couldn't finish that sentence. Anyway, we all know what happened to him.
It's like no ID on him at all. He's got papers with ID written on it.
Oh, okay. So that does come up. Okay.
I have a question for you. Do you consider yourself a sovereign citizen? Yes, I did.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh, now what?
Just curious.
Oh, wow.
Man.
2014.
Yeah, that explains everything when you think about it, especially when they outright admit to being a sovereign citizen, because you're basically confessing to being a domestic terrorist. Not a good look.
Yep.
Without. What? Who resisted? You did. I didn't resist.
Failed to comply.
I didn't resist. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. There is no law that says failure to comply. There is no law.
What, you mean the law that I found in 10 seconds on Google doesn't exist? Yeah, well, you keep telling yourself that. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this one. To watch the full video, click the link in the description. Right, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave me a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your continued support. Right, take care all, and I will catch you in the next video.
Yes. Oh, that was beautiful. I think Kim joined us late. He wasn't traveling. He was in the VA, just sitting there with a gun. And the cop said, "Hey, did you know that you can't have a gun in the VA?" And he said, "Well, come and get it." And the cops weren't none too happy about that. What's up, Epiphanies? I love your name, but last time I saw you, I think I pronounced it wrong. But the first time I saw you, I said it right. So welcome to the show, Epiphanies. Good to see you. Let's see. He could travel himself right to jail. That's right. He has a right to travel right to prison. And I do love what Van Bellion did point out. Like when he's like, "Oh, I'm going to sue you guys." It's like, okay, you have a gun. You have two cops pointing their guns at you. You're about to get frickin' murdered. And all you can think about is money. Well, I'm going to sue you guys if you shoot me. If you survive, you douche canoe. And then they ask him, "Do you consider yourself a sovereign citizen?" Yes. Ever since the government declared sovereign citizens to be domestic terrorists, they don't call themselves that anymore. So this guy is so stupid, he even calls himself a sovereign citizen, carries a fake badge and handcuffs. What an absolute horrible example of inhumanity. Oh man, the stupidity on display with some of these people is so amazing to me. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the next video I wanted to show, well, I'll tell you what. Let me change it around a little bit. Since Blackheart Night is here, I was going to show a Blackheart Night video, so why don't we do a Blackheart Night video? Just because we love Blackheart so much, and he's a big supporter of the channel. He was one of our past guests, one of great guest on our Saturday show. Don't forget to tune in every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me and Frauditors News Network. A different guest every weekend. And the guest lineup is actually on the
Some
screen.
viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Uh-oh.
Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, it's going to be a bit of a special presentation, a double feature, actually, of a frauditor by the name of Brand Example Reports. The first video that we're going to take a look at was sent to me courtesy of Dr. Dave Beer Professor and Fraudit Wrangler. So thank you to those two guys for letting me know that this guy made a video about me on a video that I made of him about a month ago. But of course, it's not exactly much of a video. I mean, he doesn't exactly provide any other arguments other than calling me a special person. So why don't we go ahead and sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And when we are done with the first video, we're going to go straight on to the next video where he does something really special himself. So roll that beautiful bean footage. Everybody, in today's video, we find ourselves in Charlotte, North Carolina, with a frauditor who is, well, not that bright. He's not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer or whatever other metaphor you prefer to use. No, you ass munching wanker. I don't exactly live on my knees, nor do I ask anybody to follow my example. Case in point, this following video shows you trying to get the post office officials to bow down to you and to lick your boots. But they didn't exactly do that, and you ended up paying the price. At any rate, he goes to a police station to get a FOIA request, but is denied. Now he wants to file complaints. Oh my. Go ahead and cry me a river of tears and build a bridge over it, you bloody moron. And while he does that, we can all sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
There we go. The Providence Division again. Hello. I'd like to make a couple public records requests. I need names and ID numbers and salaries of all the officers assigned to this station.
Now, what the hell are you going to do with that kind of information anyway? Because you know what? From what I've seen, you guys never even utilize it anyway, if you ever get it at all. I guess it's just that he wants to become just like Goat Boy. Oh yeah, that's probably it. He just wants to be a Goat Boy bootlicker and supply his goats with food. Oh yeah, you just can't let those goats go hungry. I mean, Goat Boy has been feeding them enough lately. Oh, that's it? Nothing of value, nothing of any substance to counter what I said there? I mean, that's very lazy right there. But of course, we're going to be in for a lazy video after this one is concluded, where he audits a post office and just stands there for several minutes waiting for some reaction. But of course, I'm just going to fast forward through the more boring parts because you know what? These guys are nothing but dead air for most of the time anyway.
And a letter of agreement with the post office down the road to enforce laws on their property. Okay, the way we do it is I make the request to you and you forward it to them. I can make a verbal request with you and you forward it to them, whoever can fulfill the request.
Oh my goodness, it looks like you're also modeling Goat Boy's attitude issues. You must be one of his biggest fans on the internet. So, which makes you quite a sad and pathetic little individual, my friend. Because you know what? There are better people to model your own personality after, and he is not one of them. Oh boy, calling me retarded. I haven't heard that derogatory term ejected toward me since 1992 when I was in elementary school. So why don't you come back out of elementary school and join the big boys and big girls out here in the real world and use the actual insults that we use as adults that we don't exactly use on the playground? Because you know what, that would probably get us in trouble with the principal.
That's the way the law says to do it. He doesn't care about the law.
That's the best I can do for you.
Okay, can I get your name and ID number?
My number is 6372.
6372. And your name?
They will know who I am.
Yeah, all I need is your name.
Dude, this just continues to show your own intelligence right here because you apparently don't know the difference between complaining and roasting. Complaining is where you express your dissatisfaction or annoyance with somebody. Roasting is where you make fun of their failures. So you see, I was actually roasting you for your failures. Now I am roasting you for your stupidity because you don't know the difference between complaining and roasting. So, which is going to make the next video even more fun for me to roast you, considering that you wouldn't know the difference between the two anyway.
Okay.
Well, dude, it's time for you to go fill out a complaint form on these people. But you know what? I don't think it'll go very far because you know what? You've been known to do, well, audits on the local post offices, and that's not exactly a popular issue right now. So you know what you can do? You can go find Joey's surreal camera and join him in the wambulance because you know what? He was just recently trespassed from every single library in Pima County, Arizona. So yeah, you two can share a wambulance and enjoy the butter cream.
I'll be making a complaint. Well, there you go. He doesn't want to follow the law. So I'll make a phone call to them, see about getting that, even though he's supposed to forward it to them. I bet I call them. I bet they'll tell me I have to put it in writing. And on their online form to do it, it says the law, it actually says on there, the law says it does not have to be in writing. It can be verbal. Been here before.
Oh boy, how amazing.
Well, at least it was short, sweet, and to the...
Anybody else think this guy sounds like a pure moron? I'm wondering if that picture right here is actually a school picture of his. Looks like he's looking for a badge to lick. Wanting a badge.
What the hell?
Lick. This guy's mentally retarded. He doesn't even understand it. Oh well, it's all fun and games until it comes back and bites you in the ass.
Well, dude, at least I have enough self-awareness to understand where I've made my mistakes in my life and have tried to correct every single one of them.
Yes.
That is in contrast to you because you appeared to not have any self-awareness whatsoever because as you just said, it's all fun and games until it comes to bite you in the ass. And this video, posted a day or two after you tried to rebut mine, shows you go to a post office and getting arrested. So much for self-awareness on your part. So let's go ahead and load up the next video and roll that beautiful bean footage. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and fast forward through this section because him standing here was almost 5 minutes long. I mean, that is a lot of dead air.
How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
You shooting a project?
Yeah,
What kind of projects?
doing a news report.
News report?
Yep.
I want to say they call about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they had to say?
What's that?
What they had to say?
Well, I haven't talked to them yet, but it said some guy was in here recording. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's perfectly legal.
So you're recording for the news?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a while since I've had to break out that old ass Elmo clip on poster 7. So let's go ahead and roll that clip and show how wrong you are.
Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited. Okay, it's not prohibited here.
There are a number of things you glossed over in that. You didn't even complete the whole damn paragraph, and what you did read, you glossed over. The most important part that you did read but totally ignored was the part when used for public meetings. And there are no public meetings going on right there. So you don't have the authorization to do that without the installation head, which covers the last half of the paragraph you did not read. I will read the last part of the paragraph for you then. Prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or other authorized personnel or a federal court order or rule, other photographs may be taken only with the permission of the local postmaster or installation head. That's a fairly old clip because I stopped using that background a while back, but still it illustrates several key points that I'm about to address. Number one, you guys don't read the whole thing. You cherry pick what you want and screw the rest. And the second point I'm going to address here, and which is going to pop up here in a few minutes, you've got to have the permission of the installation head. And we will discover here in a minute that the installation head has not given you permission and ends up getting you arrested. So now, who is the special person around here that doesn't exactly have any common sense whatsoever and no self-reflection skills? No research skills either.
You work for the news? Or?
I am the news.
You are the news?
Just like everybody in the U.S.
Okay.
is.
What kind of news you trying to get here?
Just reporting on the post office.
Gotcha.
Reporting what?
Well, dude, if you are actually the news, then you really suck at it, considering no self-respecting reporter would be standing there with the thumb up their ass doing their best impression of a mannequin.
Great. Little guy having a blast.
Rules and regulations over on the post on the bulletin board. On what grounds? On what grounds? On what grounds?
We don't allow filming at our facility.
That rules and regulations on postal property does.
Sir, no. That's why he's here. I'm not going to dispute with you. Thank you very much.
Are you on?
Just tell him he's not allowed on the property. Sir,
Are you aware of the rule?
Sir, I'd like you to
recent
leave the
ruling of
property.
Sharp v.
Sir,
Unionville
listen-
Police Department?
You want to call me retarded when you're quoting a case about a passenger who is live streaming in a traffic stop? Are you that bloody stupid? And that case was dismissed, and the officers were let off the hook for it for qualified immunity. It has nothing to do with your issue.
Listen
Sir,
to what he's saying.
I'm asking you about law, case law.
Listen to what he's saying. Sir,
Saying
I'm
that you're
asking you
violating
to
my
leave
First
the
Amendment.
property.
You're violating my First
And
Amendment.
you are violating our policy for not filming in our facility.
Would you like to read the directions, the
Sir,
rules over there?
I would like you to leave.
Arrest him.
He's asking.
Okay, I'm arrested.
Okay, turn around. Change back.
Good golly, Miss Molly. Have you ever heard the expression, people in glass houses shouldn't be throwing stones? You called me retarded, and yet you just continued to prove throughout both of these videos how much of an ignoramus you are. Talking about case laws that you have no concept over. Misrepresenting Poster 7 because you've never actually bothered to read it yourself. Not understanding the difference between complaining and roasting. And then, in the end, getting yourself arrested once again because, well, you don't understand a bloody thing out there. Not only did you throw a stone in that glass house, but it collapsed in on you and cut you to ribbons. So I would suggest that if next time before you call somebody retarded, you have a little bit of self-awareness and think before you speak. At any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful video from Blackheart Night. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much for entertaining us with that today. That was great stuff. Judy Johansson's here, ladies and gentlemen. I've mentioned it before. The painting right above my head right here was painted by Judy and given to me as a Christmas present last year. I'll always, forever. Oh man, if hey, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see you here. Beautiful. Love to have you. I always say I got the best fans in the world, and if this right here, if this right here isn't proof that I have the best fans in the world, I don't know what is. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. Yes, 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 yes. Oh man, we got everybody in here. We got Arby, we got Internet God, we got Salacious, Vestige of Peace, Zerzu, Zyquin in the house, Blackheart Night, Nikki Red. Let's see, who else didn't I say hello to earlier? Internet God, Phil. Phil's here. Look at what's up, Phil. According to Asia, of course, Judy Johansson, Salacious, LaDonna Rogers. Oh man, I got the best people. I'm telling you, I love you guys so much. I love this community. Best fans in the world. We got Peck. We got Peck here even. Speaking of which, Peck, holy crap, does it cost a lot of money to ship a Hezokuai raffle prize all the way to Australia? Ooh-wee. I have no idea when you're going to be getting your stuff, but the post office, like I had to go through customs and it was this big deal. And it's on the way, but they're talking about like 10 days at least. So with it, we're talking at least 10 days. Yeah. So we'll see what happens from there. But it is on the way. You are going to get your prize package. It's going to be great. Oh, let's see. Oh, Unclean Hands, of course, is here. Mrs. Schrodinger's cat says, you have the best people because you are the best. Always remember that. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that warms my heart coming from you, especially. Thank you so very much. Like, you don't know how much that means to me. That's beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Ooh wee. Um, so hey, Flower Power, what's up? Good to see you. Glad to have you here. All right, so for the next video I wanted to show today, I wanted to get into this is well, you know what? Let's have a little bit more fun because as you all know, on my Saturday show, the Saturday Night Snafu featuring Hezokuai and the Frauditor News Network every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My co-host is Frauditor News Network. So let's watch the new Frauditor News Network video. Yes. Always a great time. So let's get that going. This is called wait, where is it? First time frauditor detained in cuffs after failure to identify. All right. Here we go. Let's get this up here and ready to watch. Good old fashioned entertainment. Swatch. Does anyone old enough to remember swatches? They were Swiss watches that were called swatches. Like that was the brand name. When I was young, for some reason, it was just so cool to wear a swatch. Even though I never actually like used it to tell time, just having one was cool.
Is the dimension of unbelievability. It is an area which we call the Frauditor Zone.
Welcome back. Today we go to Conway, Arkansas, where a new frauditor named the Random Patriot gets told to leave a post office and then detained in handcuffs by the police. He was nice enough to include body cam footage from 2 officers, so I'll be including that as well. He then tries to file a complaint on the officer that detained him, and I'll also be showing you pertinent parts of that. This fraudit contains much of the frauditor mumbo jumbo that frauditors love to spew here in the Frauditor Zone.
All right, this is my first audit. Starting simple at the Conway post office. Just gonna buy a stamp and make sure they have poster 7 up. Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm videotaping.
What?
I'm a independent journalist, and I'm just here.
No, sir. No, sir. You cannot film in here.
Can I show you something right here? Your policies right here say that I can.
No, sir. You cannot film.
What does this say right here, sir?
You cannot film.
Can you see what this says right here? I just need you to read this right here.
I'm asking you to leave the premises, please.
It says I'm allowed to film.
Leave the premises.
It says I'm allowed to film.
Would you please leave the premises?
Is the postmaster here?
Yes, me. Would you please leave the premises? I'm asking you nice. Would you please leave the premises?
Under what reason?
Okay.
He won't even look at the poster that
Sir,
gives
your
him the
own
authority
policy
to
says
ask you to
I can
leave.
film right here. Your policy says I can film in the foyer.
Unless
for news
asked
purposes,
to
which is
stop
what
by
I'm
the
doing.
installation head or authorized
Frauditors
personnel.
continually suffer from selective reading and selective reasoning. Yes, they can take video until an authorized personnel tells them they can't. I would say that the postmaster would definitely be considered as authorized personnel.
I'm not trying to cause a disturbance. I haven't filmed any of your.
I asked you to leave. I'll call the police.
Okay. I'll wait for the police. I don't want to leave like I'm trying to run away, so I'll wait here for the police. I just wanted you to read this, and if you had something else to say about it, I'm here to listen to you. But I made sure of what it said before I filmed.
Do any of you guys? He's showing it. Do any of you guys remember? Because I'm looking at the chat and all the things you guys are talking about, and I'm wondering, do any of you guys remember, like when I was a kid, a Halloween costume was in a box, and the front of the box would be the face, which would be like a picture like C-3PO or Dracula or whatever, the Frankenstein monster, right? And then you open the box and there's like a vinyl suit that you just put the vinyl suit on, and it was crap, but it was just made for one night, just for Halloween night. You're only supposed to wear it one time, so it was only built to last long enough for you to go trick or treating, and then it falls apart. But it would be like a vinyl suit with like a picture of whatever the character is. Like if you were a Superman suit, it would be blue and it would have the S on it and a little vinyl cape hanging in the back, and then your Clark Kent mask, and you would just go door to door wearing that. Yes, it was already folded in the box. Yeah, with a horrible plastic mask. Yep, yep. Oh man, the cuts into yep. Yes, I remember those. Oh, those are the good old days. I'll tell you what. I looked a few years ago. I looked online just to see, like, just for nostalgia's sake. I thought it would be cool to have one, just to have it, like in the box still. And some of them actually are pretty expensive now. But like looking at them now, like I knew they were crap, but they really were crap. I could see why they got replaced by modern costumes because wow. They have tried to bring them back. And I guess for nostalgia's sake, there'll always be like versions of that available. But it'll never be the same as it was back in the day. Anyway, let's get back to the stupid.
Is there a reason you're being kind of hostile and not just wanting to talk to me?
I'm not being hostile. I'm just asking you, would you please leave?
Well, I'm just wanting to look at your own rules, and if you say that I'm maybe misinterpreting them, then I'm willing to understand. But as far as I understand, they say I can videotape in here. I was going to buy a stamp and leave.
Yeah, can you send a police car to 1060 Hogan Lane, the post office, please? I have a gentleman here filming the lobby, and I asked him not to film. And he's trying to tell me what he can't do, and asking me to premises. He won't be the premises. So I need him to escort off. He's wearing a gray top, gray pants, and a gray bucket. He's white. Dennis Mason.
You don't believe in the First Amendment?
I think he does.
You don't believe in the First Amendment, sir? You know your own rules say I'm allowed to do this?
So I'm asking you nicely to walk out. First of all, it's a concern to my customers.
The thing is, I would have already been gone had you not come out and started this. I was getting a stamp and leaving. And
I asked you not to film.
Well, your rules say I can film. So you can ask me to do anything, but at the end of the day, your rules say I can. And the First Amendment says I can. So you're going against your rules and the First Amendment right now and calling the police and wasting tax dollars.
What's your point? What's your point?
This is my point.
You just come in and try to start.
No, I didn't want to. Before I even came in, I said, watch, nothing's going to happen. This is going to go nowhere because I love Conway. And then look what happened. I was wrong. I didn't want this to happen. And I was wrong.
I'm asking you guys to leave the premises.
You're making your post office look bad here right now. I don't want to start anything. I'll wait outside for the police because I don't want to act like I'm running because I'm not. But let me get this rules right here one more time. Photographs for news, advertising, and commercial purposes. They're allowed in the foyer. They're allowed in here. specifically. And then it says if I want to take them anywhere else, I need your permission. But I don't need your permission for in here.
Where does it say that he has free access to film in lobbies, but only needs permission to film in other areas? He is either really dumb or really just making shit up now, or both.
But just because I'm not trying to start something, I'll go wait for them outside. But you're making your post office look bad.
No, you are making yourself look bad, and you are the only one that looks bad.
You don't like the First Amendment either?
I like people who got jobs and better things to do.
I work 50 hours a week, brother.
Good. Go back.
Maybe go read the Constitution.
Real quickly, please quit filming our customers, please.
He started it with me, sir.
Please quit filming
He started talking to me. I didn't want, I literally was, I have it on film saying nothing's going to happen as I come in here because you guys are going to respect my rights. Because every time I come in here, everyone's so awesome. I didn't expect anything to happen. I was going to get a stamp and I would have already been drove off. Can I get your name, sir? You're the postmaster, Dennis Mason. Okay. Conway PD. Conway PD, I'm going to say it again, is all.
See, this guy is so horrible. Like, come on. Trying so hard to break into the frauditing game and getting what you always get. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Let's try auditing. Let's get arrested. Yay. All right. Well, it's good to see that he gets arrested. One of the things that I wanted to show you, because I just learned this myself, because it made me curious after we were talking about it a minute ago in the chat. So I was wondering, like, whatever did happen with these, the old school costumes. And look at this. This is new. They brought them back last year in 2022. Like, these are the old ones. See, here's the Fonzie one. And there's another Fonz. There's Fred Flintstone. Look, yeah, these are the old ones. Goldilocks, the originals, Fred Flintstone. But see, these are the new ones. These are the ones you could buy now. Ben, here we go. 13th Dimension, look, they're back. Superman, Batman, Flash. There's other ones too. Here, see, that's what they look like on an adult. But obviously they're made for kids. But yeah, it's the Ben Cooper brand. It's amazing. Oh, this is the adult version. So they have children's version. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of wild. I had no idea that they were trying to make a comeback with these things. But yeah, there they are. There's the kids one. Kids Batman, just like they used to be in the old days. There's a vintage picture of a kid sleeping with one. So that's amazing. So yeah, that is a thing again. Wow. We can't see what you're showing us. What? I had it on screen. Oh no. Well, it's gone now. Because I went back to the Frauditor. Oh no. Okay, well here, let me put this back on while I bring those back up. Sorry guys. It's live. Mistakes happen
So I
when you're
don't
broadcasting
expect it to
live.
happen today.
I apologize.
What's going on, man?
What up? Just doing a First Amendment audit. Okay. Didn't expect it to go anywhere, but he didn't want to read his own rules on the wall, so I came outside to wait for the police. Hey, what's up, man?
My name's Officer Anton, calling police department.
Nice to meet
What's
you.
going on today?
Oh, I just went in to buy a stamp. The rules on the wall say I'm allowed to film in the lobby there. That's all I was doing. I was purposely not filming any customers, purposely not even pointing it at them, pointing at the signs on the walls. The only person I pointed at was him when he came out to tell me I'm not allowed to be in there filming.
Really? Let's go back and watch him purposely not filming any customers.
is my co-host on my Saturday night show, the Frauditor News Network. Yes. We love Frauditor News Network, and she is my co-host on the Saturday show. Good stuff. Salacious, if you want to go ahead and drop a link for Cupcake there, we'll go ahead and get that done. But yeah, we love Frauditor News Network. Not only big supporter of the show, but again, she is my co-host on the Saturday show, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday. And back to the video. Love this stuff. I love how she's pointing out all of the customers.
Well, I guess he was right. He didn't film any customers. Let's now continue with the officer's body cam.
So I tried to just show him the rules on the wall that says I am, but he didn't want to read them. Didn't even want to talk to me. I said, hey, maybe I'm just interpreting them wrong. Nope, calling the police.
Okay.
Said, cool. Calling the police is always, you guys are always awesome, so I'm not even worried. I just came outside to wait for you.
All right. So if you'll give me just 1 second to get their side of the story, we'll be right with you, okay?
All right. So he's in there filming the customers.
Thank you, Uncle.
I came out there. I asked
Thank you,
him
Peg.
to film and asked him to leave the premises.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay. And so now I ask you to escort him off the premises.
Okay.
I mean, this is by law. It's a federal place of business. If I ask him to leave, he's supposed to leave.
Right. Of course.
Okay.
So
you know, for the customer safety and everything, he don't need to be filming what they're doing or anything like that. That's privacy. Then he got into it with one of the customers in there, and
so
he's not allowed to film until he get authorization for the postal service to come in and film.
right.
So
I'm just trying to think, since y'all are federal entity, if we're able to criminally trespass or what, I don't. There's another officer on the way that's more experienced than I am. I'll verify what we're able to. I know if y'all don't want him in here, we can at least get him to leave. But past that, I have not the first clue. I'm
Lock
still,
him up. Lock him
still
up.
a rookie.
all right, that's fine. I understand.
All right. Mind if I get your ID, man?
I'm not going to do that.
I'm here for a legal reason.
I have to have broken the law for you to get my ID.
Trespassing.
Not true. I'm here for a legal reason.
I promise you, I have to have broken the law, and you have to articulate what that law that I've broken is for me to give you my ID.
Looks like we have another Google constitutional law scholar here. Does Chili know about him? He might not like competition from other dunce cap constitutional law scholars.
That's not how that works. We are here for a legal. If you want to continue to
If you
refuse,
want to make it quick and just say that you'll arrest me if I don't give it to you, I'll give it to you right now. But you need to say that.
okay. If you'll let me talk, please.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are here for a legal reason, meaning I am able to identify
Not anyone you want.
whoever is involved.
What's Raz?
What?
What is Raz? You're a rookie. I heard you say what is Raz? So you should know reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Trespassing.
No one's trespassing me.
You were asked to leave multiple times and did not.
I left immediately and came outside to wait for
That's what he has stated.
No, okay,
right?
well,
That is the
I have
call.
it on camera.
Okay, I understand that.
That's
That is
why
the
I have
call.
camera.
Would you let me talk?
No, because okay, let me finish real quick. You can't
All
say
right,
I'm,
go ahead and place your hands behind your back. If you want to continue arguing with
I'm
me,
not arguing. I'm just talking to you, man.
you can place your phone to continue to record
I'll
me,
give you my
or
ID.
I can put it right there.
All you have to say is I'll arrest you if I don't ID, and I'll give you my ID.
Well,
That's
you're
all you
not
gotta
giving
say.
me your ID after I asked multiple times. So come on.
I'll give it to you. I said on camera, all you have to do is say you'll arrest me, and I'll give you my ID. That's all you have to say. Why can't you say
Place your hands like you're praying, man. That way it makes it easier on both of us.
talk to me, bro?
Because you want to argue with me the entire time. I know. I'm making sure you don't have any weapons on you, dude. I don't know you.
So this is the first time. So now Conway PD is not respecting me.
Again, just making sure you don't have any weapons on you.
Weapons, brother. I wasn't doing anything.
Take them away. Lock them in.
I would have willingly gave that to you if you just told me that's what you're gonna do. But that's not how
legally. You are supposed to identify yourself when a law enforcement.
Only if you have articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime. That's how it works, dude. Can I get a supervisor down here, please?
Conway, I've got one in custody right now.
Can I get a supervisor?
Yes, we will get a supervisor down here for you. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm willing to work with you as long as you're willing to work with me.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just talking.
I understand.
What? The cop isn't following your script?
Why do I have to be in cuffs to talk to you, dude?
Because you continued to not listen to me, continued to argue with me, and you would not identify yourself. That is enough.
Discussing about. I told you I'd give you my ID.
I understand.
I never said I wouldn't give it to you. I have it on film.
I do too. Right
Okay,
here.
sweet.
All right.
Did I ever say
Just
I
take a
wouldn't
seat
give it
here.
to you?
Just take
Can
a seat
I get
here
a
for me.
supervisor down here, man?
We will get one down here for you.
Can I
Okay?
talk to this guy, please?
I love so much every time the word games that these guys try to play. I never said I wouldn't give it to you. No, you just didn't give it to me. Like, all that matters is the words that come out of your mouth. By that logic, I could grab you and start pounding you in the face, but as long as I keep saying, I'm not punching you, I'm not punching you, I'm not punching you, that makes it okay. I never said I'm not going to give you my ID. Right, you just didn't give it to him. It's the same thing with the trespass. It's always, I was just about to leave. But you didn't leave. Well, I was going to, but you didn't. Like, makes me wanna tase them.
But Hezokuai, I didn't even do anything, man. I'm just watching the show. Don't tase me, bro. We saw a real tase. We don't need a fake one, right? See, guys, Hezokuai is trying to.
That's what you get for running off the other day. You think I didn't see you in the other chat room, and I forgot whose live stream it was, but you were in there. I saw you, punk. Giving me a hard time. He thinks he's tough. He ain't nothing. He's a little punk voodoo doll. News Now Voodoo thinks he's so great. I'll show him thing or 3 or 4 or 5 or 18 or 27 or 30.
2214 Conway. Can we get a supervisor down here? All right.
Thank you.
If you could take a seat. Those handcuffs come off as easy as they went on. Okay. This does not mean you're going to jail. Okay.
Come on. I'm not getting out. This hurts.
I understand. It's a very tight fit.
Bro, I'm not trying to be hostile or anything, dude. I'm just trying to talk.
He's got keys in his wallet on him, nothing else.
I'm just here to talk, man. That's it.
So he was in there filming. Yeah, he was filming in there.
Have you guys seen First Amendment?
There's.
You should look into it. Both of you.
I've
First Amendment audit. So I'm auditing to see if they're gonna violate my First Amendment rights, and so far everyone has.
I completely understand that. Okay.
And then
I don't.
Do you guys understand? Okay, I'm sorry, dude.
Okay.
I feel like your cop's playing it, but go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
I'm gonna continue talking to my officer real quick. My other officer. So.
Do you know what you need to get someone's ID?
Basically,
do you know what RAS is?
he wouldn't leave, kept standing there filming. He finally did come out here at some point. I don't know. That was before I got. That was before I got here.
I've been here 5 minutes, dude.
They want him gone. I don't know if we're able to criminal trespass him, considering it is a federal building. When I went to ask him for his ID, he refused multiple times. Then continued talking over me, so he got placed in cuffs.
I give you my side of that whole story. I never refused to give him my ID.
Yes, you did.
Not once.
I said I don't need to give you it unless you suspect me of committing a crime. That's what Raz is.
And that is refusing.
And then I immediately said, but I am not refusing to give it to you. If you say you're going to arrest me, if I don't give it to you, I'll give it to you this second.
I'm going to run
He
you.
said, put your hands behind your back. I was like, dude, I'll give it to you right now. All you got to say is you're going to
No, I am going to be out my 42 permit.
Well, welcome, Robert Custos. And where the heck do you live that it's 3 p.m.? Holy cow. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here. Maggie K, I'm back. What's up? Actually, I'll tell you what, because this is only about halfway done. So let's take a quick break for me to explain a couple things that I wanted to talk about earlier anyway. First of all, you brought up Easter. Easter was insane because, and I didn't really talk about it too much yesterday. When I woke up Easter morning, the first thing I saw was that freaking media was live streaming from a Catholic church. I'm like, oh, so we're going to use Easter morning to live stream. Big West covered it live. To live stream from a Catholic church on Easter morning during Mass in the ceremony and all that. And at first, it was, I mean, the whole thing was pointless. It was stupid because he literally just stood there talking to the camera. But in the end, when the people started coming out, he started trying to get a rise. He was saying, like, this must be the best church I've ever seen because nobody's giving me a hard time. And it's like, what you're saying now proves absolutely our point that it's not the fact that you're filming. It's the way you act while you're filming. It's the fact that you're a douche canoe. He wasn't baiting anybody, so nobody was giving him a hard time. What happened when somebody asked him, hey, why are you filming? Does he say, because I'm making a YouTube video? Does he say, because it's Easter and I wanted to get some food of the church? No. Nope, because then that wouldn't escalate the situation, would it? Nope. But ultimately, the dude who asked him seemed like a good dude. He just got out of church. It's Easter Sunday. Like, why are you filming? He's with the camera. Why are you filming? Excuse me, sir? All right, and then just leaves. So that didn't even turn into anything. So then he goes up to the priest and starts giving him a hard time. And then after that, talk about an easy target, right? They always go after, like, the priest is like, you want to come to Mass? It's Easter. And he's like, yeah, Jesus is great, but you're not. You're probably here to worship the devil with your black suit on and your white collar. Okay, yeah, you're not looking for trouble. So then he leaves and he gets into an argument with some random dude on the street about whether John was who wrote this argument is 1800 years old, okay? The name John is obviously that's a popular name. So there's some discussion among biblical academics over whether the John who actually physically wrote the book of John and the John who wrote the book of Revelation are the same guy. Some people say yes, some people say no. Biblical scholars go both ways. So freaking media and some random dude on the street decide to get into that argument. Like, neither of you guys have any idea what the hell you're talking about. It was so ridiculous just listening to these idiots. And after a long time, it was just like, okay, this is pointless. This is just stupidity on top of stupidity with the side of stupid on top. And it never went anywhere and nothing happened. So I got out of there after a while. But at first I was thinking, even that freaking media was saying, like, well, when SGV does it, there's always a fight. And this goes to prove without a shadow of a doubt. I always say They just keep proving our argument more and more and more with what they do and what they say. His big beef while he was auditing the church was that they didn't have a negative reaction. And he's like, well, how come when SGV does it, there's a negative reaction? What the hell? How come he can get a negative reaction? You're not sitting out there going, people walk by and you go, oh, cut, oh, Shabdullah Mahala, Bahala, Mahula, Allahu Akbar, oh, shit, oh, cut, action, wrong line, sorry, go away, come back, you're dismissed, go to work. No, he wasn't doing any of that. So what happened? He didn't get the reaction you get to doing that. So then he starts messing with the priest. And even then, the priest, you could tell he was offended, but he was cool. He was like, hey, it's Easter, it's Sunday, why don't you come into church, have some Jesus with us, share the Holy Spirit. Scumbag. So anyway, that's how I started my Easter morning. Then the rest of the day was fine, but man, that was a crazy way to start it. Unclean. Oh, you guys are still talking about that. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to watching somebody getting arrested, and it's good to see these idiots get their comeuppance. Frickin' media is one of the ones that, like, again, not advocating for violence, but if I saw a video, and again, I don't want any of these guys to like get killed or anything, but if he puts out a video where he gets tased or he gets smacked around a little bit by some random people, I wouldn't be too sad about it. At all. Let's get back to the video. Watch this guy get arrested. Arrested.
So supervisor's on the way, just like you asked.
Thank you.
Right. And again, the reason I placed you in cuffs is because you did refuse, right? I know that's not the way you see it, but that's the way we see it.
So you don't talk with the public for more than 3 seconds and then you just put them in cuffs?
No, I asked you multiple times.
You should be more friendly with the public.
I am
talking to you like a man. There's no reason for you to try to assert your authority over me and put cuffs on me.
I'm not trying to assert
throw
my
me in the
authority.
back of your car and all this. We could just be talking man to man right now. I don't understand what the situation
Okay,
is.
and when I attempted to be able to know who I was speaking with, you didn't want to give me your ID.
No, I attempted to have a conversation with you about your ability to get my ID, and then you didn't want to do that. And you just
Yes.
took it.
So
why not have a conversation? Maybe you'd learn something. Don't look at me like that, brother. You know I'm right. Why couldn't you
you're
just
not.
talk?
I'm trying to, but you keep talking over me.
I know you're an idiot.
I'm not talking.
You continue to talk over me. So, again, I'm explaining it from my point of view.
And I explain from mine.
So, from my point of view, right? Technically, they asked you to leave, right? And I understand you were standing outside when I got here. I know you've got it on film, and I know they probably have security cameras. I don't know the full story. I can't see everything through your eyes, right?
Right.
So, technically, since they asked you to leave, and that's their side of the story, my reasonable articulable suspicion is trespassing, right?
I left when they asked, though.
You're still on the property, though.
Waiting for you.
I understand.
Would you rather me? So what do you want me to do, brother? You want me to run?
Time out.
No, what do you want me to do in that situation?
Can I?
You want me to trespass or wait for you?
No, I want you to give me your
I'm asking you a
ID.
question. Can you answer it?
I'm trying to speak without you speaking over me.
I'm not speaking
yes,
over
you
you.
do.
Just say it.
So,
All right, that was Sarge.
what do you say? Sit tight for me, bud.
Sarge said that, yeah, he's got a right to be here.
And that's what I
but
thought.
he can't. Sarge said he can't be inside filming, though, because of sensitive information type
Right.
stuff. If he's not getting us any trouble or whatnot, I mean, just let him go on his way. But then he can be out here filming if he wants.
Right.
He just can't go in there to film. So,
Okay.
So that's where we're at. That's what Sarge said to do. So if he was being, if he was fighting us and being disorderly, we could do something. But
And I really didn't plan on taking him to jail.
Sure,
Just
no,
he wouldn't identify. He
I
wouldn't
don't
tell me
blame
who it
you.
was.
You did good, man. Don't worry.
So,
yeah, I didn't know. I asked Sarge if they can film inside. He says he believes that they cannot. So yeah, because it's due to sensitive information. So.
Right.
So,
all right.
So anyway, I'm gonna.
If you wanna.
You go holler at this guy over here.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. So back to what you were asking, right? Would I 100% rather you sit here and wait for us? Yes.
Okay.
But the reason for the call is trespassing, right? That is the crime that I'm suspecting you of committing. Okay. Which is why I'm able to ask for this. Okay. I understand
I'll agree to disagree on that.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't like to argue. I really don't even like to put people in handcuffs, but I'm also not a, for lack of better words, I'm not a bullshitter.
I gave you, all you had to do was say you'd put me in cuffs and I'd give it to you, but instead you just put me in cuffs.
Yes, because I don't.
Treat me like a human, brother. Treat me like a human.
And I am. That's why I'm sitting here talking. That's why you're not going to jail today for failure to identify. You're not going to jail. Nothing is going to happen to you. You're not getting cited. You're not getting criminal trespass.
It'd be a lawsuit if I went to jail over it, but I appreciate you not doing it. So I don't want to go to jail today. I have a date with my Valentine.
Let this be a lesson to you to not fraud it before you have to meet your wife, as I'm sure your future will be filled with a lot more detainments and even arrests. So you might want to schedule your fraudits with that in mind. Just a suggestion, I'm just trying to help.
And I hope that goes really well for you. Okay. So if you want to step out, I'm going to go ahead and take those cuffs off of you. I'm pretty sure our sergeant's still on the way, but he just got off the phone with him. And what he said, and if I can get these to unlock, there you go.
So I got trespass from a public
No,
building.
so technically, and this much I do know, you can't be trespassed from here, right? So you are free to come back.
Then the whole get my ID thing was also wrong too. Then I can't be trespassed. So what was the crime you suspect me of committing?
At the time, I suspected you of trespassing because they can't ask you to leave.
I can't be trespassed.
They can't ask you to leave.
We might have a lawsuit still. Can I get a card from you?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
I'm willing to work with you 100%, dude. Like I said, I have been this entire time. Here's your ID.
No, you haven't.
I have.
See, how is this not proof that all they care about is banding for lawsuits?
They are
They
able
don't
to
care
ask you
about
to
right
leave.
for freedom. They're trying to get paid.
I thought you just said they weren't.
I said you're not able to be trespassed, meaning you can't come back. When I say criminal trespass, I'm talking about we give you a criminal trespass warning, right? That's what I'm talking about. So they can't ask you to leave because, as far as I know, you are not supposed to film inside due to sensitive information. That is what I was told.
The rules on the wall say I can.
No, they don't.
I'm just telling you what I've been told.
So you put me in cuffs, put me in the back of your car, and took my ID out of my wallet. You illegally searched me. That's my First Amendment and my Fourth Amendment that you violated.
No, you didn't.
Failed to identify to an officer.
I didn't.
I can search you.
What's RAS? Do you even know what RAS is?
Yes.
He
I
just
do know what
explained it
RAS
to you
is.
3 times.
Reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
A crime, but I didn't commit any crime because I
Trespassing.
cannot be trusted.
Okay, all right. Damn it, son of a bitch. I wish these assholes would listen. I'm going to explain it again. In the United States, you are innocent until proven guilty. So you're saying your suspicion was that I was trespassing, but now you found out that I wasn't. So you should have never done that. So wait, the cop has to decide that you're guilty? The cop has to know you're guilty. The cop has to be the judge and the jury and decide your guilt on the corner. That's more freedom? Are you insane? The cop does not determine guilt. That's not his job. That's for the courts to decide. It's called the United States Constitution, the justice system, the legal system, that you're always, well, Constitution this, Constitution that. They always ignore the entire Constitution except for the couple of cherry-picked amendments. Their argument about reasonable articulable suspicion pisses me off because it makes no sense, because for their argument to hold up, that means that the police have the authority to assign guilt, to make the determination if you're guilty or not. They have the authority to make the determination whether or not you ought to be arrested. But it's not up to them if you're guilty or not. That's for the courts to decide. Their job is to decide whether or not you need to go to jail for the suspected crime. They ask you to leave, you leave. You don't, you're trespassing. Why can't you understand that?
All right. Well,
I'm committing a crime. I have to commit a crime to be trespassed from a public building.
No, you
can't ask me
don't.
to leave. That's
Why do they
illegal.
always
Trying
say
to ask me
that?
to leave from a public building without me doing the crime is violating my First Amendment right.
No, that's not correct. But then again, I'm no Google constitutional law scholar.
okay. Well, you're still
I mean,
not
you
allowed to
violated
film
it again.
inside.
I am still allowed to film inside.
And you're obviously no constitutional law scholar either. Not even a Google one.
From everything I've been told from him and my supervisor, you're not allowed to film inside.
Okay.
So you've been asked to leave.
All right. I just want to get everyone's names.
Yeah, go ahead. And do you want my badge number?
Yes, please.
It'll be 2214.
Thank you.
I'll now switch to the other officer's body cam footage.
Can I get a supervisor down here, man?
Stand by.
Can I talk to this, please?
Talk to who?
You.
He's got one coming.
Thank you.
Place, take a seat. Sure. Those handcuffs come off as easy as they went on. Okay. This does not mean you're going to jail. Okay.
Come on. I'm not getting out. It hurts.
I understand. It's a very tight fit.
I can tell you're very knowledgeable with all the amendments and constitutional rights and all
Yes,
that.
sir.
But just, and we're not out to get folks. But when we get a call of somebody being suspicious, it's part of our routine as
I understand.
investigate, if you will, to
figure
get
out who
who
I
you.
am.
Tell me more about the audit thing.
So the whole thing is
Is this your goal right here? Or?
this is actually my first one. And
Okay.
Conway, like, I always talk awesome about Conway PD and the city. I legit do.
Yeah.
And I even on tape, I said nothing's going to happen when I walk in here because everyone's going to respect my rights. And I wasn't in there 2 minutes before that guy told me I need to quit filming. So I was showing him the rules on the wall. There's literally rules on the wall in there that say I can film that live.
So he can ask you to stop.
Somebody just
I know.
coming in
And so I wasn't raising. I said, hey, dude, let's read these rules together. Maybe I'm misinterpreting, and I'm willing
Yes,
to
you
listen.
are.
I said that 3 times. And he said, nope, leave, call the cops. So he called the cops. I came outside immediately when he said that and waited for you.
Okay.
I didn't leave. I didn't do.
Well, we appreciate that.
And then as soon as I walk outside, he pulls up and he wants my ID.
Okay.
But it don't work that way. You need
This is my
reasonable
sergeant right here.
suspicion.
Yes, sir. So I don't know the guy's name. He was inside video or recording on his phone. He's doing what's called a First Amendment RAS or something audit. Yeah, First Amendment audit. I mean, he's not causing any issues or anything. They asked him to step out and leave, and he stepped out. I guess when Officer Antone got here, he asked him for his ID, and Antone said he refused, but he's saying that he didn't refuse. Basically, that's what we know. That's what I know right now. Antone's talking to him. He's doing whatever that audit is. So maybe you can tell me more about that later. Exactly what that is and how that goes. Can he be trespassed from a federal?
All right. So anyway, that's pretty much the end of it there. But that's a very, very great way to end it, because to me, that is exactly part of the problem with the cops, right? Like, we've seen some videos, and we watched a couple earlier, where the cops absolutely called these guys out because they know the second they see an idiot walking in the door wobbling their camera around, they're like, oh boy, here we go. It's one of these idiots, and they know what the score is. But these cops obviously have never seen it before. They don't know what the hell is Douche Canoe's talking about. It's like, what the hell is this idiot babbling about? See, this is the problem with the frauditor argument and the sovereign citizen argument and the Moorish argument. And again, these are all kind of the same thing. But it's like when your argument is made up of completely made up non facts and cherry picked pieces of legislations or laws that often don't even apply to the situation on any level or are literally just made up or taken completely out of context. Basically, their entire philosophy, their entire script is made up gobbledygook, gibberish, and nonsense. So it's like they hold it like a badge of honor that these cops are so stupid, they don't even know what I'm talking about. No, they don't know what you're talking about because only you idiots know. The only people who know what you idiots are talking about are you idiots. People who subscribe to the stupid, nonsensical sovereign citizen script, and people like us who know it to call you guys out on how stupid it is. Other than that, nobody's ever even heard of any of this crap. So, yeah, of course they don't know it. Because why would anyone know that unless they were one of you morons or one of us guys calling you morons out? Like, the average cop doesn't know the law the way you do because the way you do is bull. The way you do is nonsense. The way you do is gibberish. Your understanding of the law is based on a misunderstanding of the law. Anyway, I was going to show you guys earlier the new Ben Cooper costumes that I found completely on accident. So first of all, here's some pictures of some of the old ones that you could get like on eBay and stuff. If you remember, look at this. $595 for a 1960s Dracula costume. And here's a 1976 Fonzie costume. But then these are the new ones, and it turns out, and look, yeah, for those of you who don't remember or don't know what I'm talking about, these are what they looked like when you wore them. See that? There's the Superman costume. There's the Batman costume. They were silly, but they were really cheap. And even now they're cheap, $19.99 for a new one. But here's what the new ones are. I found out. I looked into it. This is from the Spirit store, and what they're doing now is here. Let me get this up here. So what they're doing now, it turns out, is these are adult costumes that are made specifically for nostalgia purposes. Okay, so they don't have kids ones anymore. These are adult ones, but they're made for nostalgia for adults that grew up wearing these when they were kids. Now you could buy them for $20 each. They got the Darth Vader, the Gizmo, right? The Ninja Turtle, Yoda. And let's see if they got pictures of them wearing it. What it looks like. Yeah. Come on. Zoom in on the what it looks like. Come on. Slow, slow, slow. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, this is the this is it. You got your Superman mask and your little vinyl, just like in the old days when you were a kid. But when you were a kid, it would have legs built in, and it would be a whole outfit. So the adult ones are basically just a smock and the smock, and a mask. But that's interesting. I didn't know that they brought those back for grown-ups. I always thought that company just went out of business, and that was it. Anyway, yep, one size, just like the originals. It's just you just buy it and that's it. I think they did have small, medium, and large back in the day. Batman was always my favorite. When I was a kid, my two favorite Ben Cooper costumes were the C-3PO and the Batman. Those were my two favorites when I was a little guy. I'll have to get yes, absolutely. Anyway, we've been on for 3.5 hours, so I think it's about time to wrap it up for today. Yeah, thank you guys once again for coming out. As always, great to have you here. And here, let me go ahead and get ready for the bye. It's been fun. I love you all so much. You are the best fans in the world. Yeah. You are so awesome and great. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry, guys. So, as the Elvis gnome always says at the end of the day, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you all for coming out. Don't forget to join me tomorrow and on Saturday. And oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I love you guys so much. And here's a little entertainment for your outro sound. Yeah.